What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. Today we have a lot to discuss, okay? I have a lot of clips to show you guys. But it's ironic that right before I was getting ready to come on here live, MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, had a video that was out. And if you get a chance after this live stream, go watch that video, okay? And the reason is part of what was discussed in that video, we're going to talk about today, all right? It actually is a deeper dive into the kind of topics we're going to cover, okay? Just so you know, on MTR's channel, a woman discusses the reasons why she divorced her husband. And my God, it was like the man couldn't do a damn thing right. it's so bad. Now, that's a whole nother discussion. Now, I haven't put out a video this week just to get a little housekeeping out the way. Let's do that real quick. The reason why I haven't put out a video this week is because I've been telling you guys that I'm working on a very big video. This video had like almost 80 clips, and that's not even including the clips that I use again, because you got to watch the whole video, because a video clip you might see here, I might use later on, right, to illustrate a point. So it took me all day yesterday to write the script for this next video. I'm talking about a full work day. Some of you guys go to work, do 8 hours. I did the exact same thing, right? Put in damn near 8 hours plus on one script so I can put this video together efficiently. I promise you, for you old school dudes, right? For you old heads, for you people that grew up in the 80s, my 80s babies, my 70s babies, it's part of my 90s kids, right? You all are going to get this when you see this video. It should be very eye-opening, not surprising, but eye-opening. But the one thing it's going to do is be a little nostalgic for some of you guys, okay, that remember seeing some of the stuff that I'm going to be putting in this video. So I look forward to your thoughts on that video. It will either be out 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, or if I cannot get it right, because I will only put it out if I get it right, it'll be out Thursday or Friday, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You will not want to miss that video, okay? So that's my plug for that. I want to give a shout out to the gents. Again, I cannot do this channel without you guys. We recently crossed over 28,000 subscribers, and this is you guys, okay? This is you guys that have supported the channel. And so we're almost at 29,000, and I anticipate by the end of this month, June, we should be at 30,000 subscribers, okay? And I just want to thank each and every one of you guys, okay? I try to put in a lot of work on these videos and doing these live streams. So I did put in a lot of time trying to put this large collection of videos together. So with that being said, because we have so much to cover, let me catch a couple comments real quick. Shout out to Diesel. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Preston, Yo Sean CTSG, Big Homie, and the Uncut City Peeps. Thank you for being here. He said, you obviously can't win for losing. Hell no, you can't. Shout out to Duke Lynch, man. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate your hard work, TSG. Not a problem. I'm gonna keep putting in that work, okay? Even though it's, like this is my full-time job right now, okay? So I want to put this out, and Duke makes a great point. He said, appreciate the hard work. Listen, to get to the point of doing this for 4 years, where this is a full-time job for me, that's huge, okay? And obviously I'm afforded a little bit more opportunity to do this as a full-time job, unlike some people. But I will tell you, for your favorite content creators who are putting out great content and working hard for you guys, show them some appreciation, show them some love, right? Because it does take a lot of time to produce a good product that you all can be proud of, okay? And so even if you can't contribute to the Super Chat, Cash App, whatever, the best thing you can do for this channel is when you see a video come out, watch the video all the way through. If you really want to show your appreciation, click on that video at the end and watch that one all the way through. If everybody who watched the videos did that, YouTube would blow this channel up. You would actually be contributing even more. If you watch videos from beginning to end and then watch another video, you would do more for this channel than sending in a Cash App, unless that Cash App is worth $100 or $50. Okay, if y'all send those, y'all helping the channel out. Okay, but no, seriously, your content creators that are favorite, y'all do a bigger service. So I say personally, thank you, and I will continue to do the hard work for you guys. Shout out to Los. He said, "Yo, what up, my dude? Make sure y'all go check out Los's channel. Go click on it. Click on his icon, and you'll be able to get to his channel. All right. He's going to tell you about crypto, and he's going to tell you about traveling abroad. So go check out my dude, Los. D. Salute to the chat. Hell yeah, awesome job as always with the hard work. Yep. All right, listen. One last thing. I'm going to put the banner at the bottom. Okay. So if you want your name down here tonight and be a sponsor of tonight's, pardon me. Sorry about that. Take a little sip of my drink. No alcohol tonight. If you all want to sponsor this channel, any Cash App or Super Chat donation will get your name down here. And because I have so many clips, I'm not going to be able to read all of your comments tonight like I normally do, because we have a lot of clips. So I got to get through this content, right? But if you do send in any type of Cash App of any Super Chat of any donation, you will get all your comments priority read by me. Okay. So I will do that for those who contribute and become a sponsor, and you'll get your name down here. Okay. But it's not that I will still catch some of you guys' comments, but realize we have a lot to get through. And I kind of want to be efficient tonight because I have to start working on that video. It is a lot of clips for me to work on and edit. And so I think you guys will appreciate that video. That's why I want to get to work, right? Let me catch one more comment. Sorry about that, Los. Learn Crypto TV. Make sure I'll go over there and check out and subscribe to this brother channel. You will not regret it, especially if you're interested in the blockchain and the different things. Los has been on it. This brother's going to give you great information, all right? Thank you for being here, Los. I appreciate you, brother. Always appreciate the support. All right, let's get to it, man. We're going to start off tonight's discussion. We have a lot to cover, including at the end of this, we're going to have I have two comments from two different women that I pulled from the chats, or pulled from the comment section, contrasting two different things. And I want to show you how I thoughtfully try to answer some of these questions or comments when you guys send them in, even when I disagree. Okay, because I do want to foster a good conversation between men and women, and I want all of us to win. I want women to be able to find and have good relationships. I want women to find husbands that they appreciate. I want for men to be able to find a good woman and be able to beat the odds. I want marriages to beat the odds. Though I may not outwardly tell you to get married, if you are getting married or you get married or you are married, you will always get love and support from me at this channel. All right. So we got that. I'm going to also have the question of the day at the end. And then right now, we're going to ask the question, why modern women are losing. Modern women have touted their accomplishments to us. Modern women have told us how they do not need a man. Modern women make it known that they have little use for us. We got a first super chat. Give me a second. Let me add you in there. Diesel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Seriously. And so again, if you want your name down here, you will get priority reading of all your comments, right? As best as I can do it, okay? But you will have priority reading of your comments, and I will stick to that. Okay, thank you so much. But let me get to the super chat before we get deeper in here. GTSY, Sean, really enjoyed your last Friday's joint. Yes. Got to say thank you, okay? I just realized what that meant. All these acronyms, bro. You know, when we get old up here, bro, it's hard to, what does this acronym mean, man? You know, what does this acronym mean? But I got you. Yeah, no, listen, tonight's live stream, Diesel, I hope I put this story together well for you guys tonight. That's why I really, you're going to see how thoughtful I am with this information or with these clips that we have tonight, okay? Because there is a point to it. And I really hope it helps both men and women see how we can come to an outcome that benefits us both, all right? Lo says, yes, sir. All right, y'all make sure to get to that channel. All right. So as I was saying, women tell us how they don't need us. Women get on social media and can say the most nastiest, disgusting things about men. And nobody stops them. Let me on this channel say something that is unapproved of by the sisterhood, and I mean women in general, not narrowing any particular race, but the sisterhood. Then I, as a content creator, is going to get struck. Matter of fact, Diesel, you enjoyed last week's live stream. I hope you all did. And guess what? I thought it was going well. It got a lot of views. I was like, okay, cool. People resonating with this. We're going to keep coming with this fire. A couple days later, I checked it, and YouTube had limited my monetization on that video. Now, I've been very good lately about watching my words as best as I can. And even with that, it still struck me as yellow. Okay. It still said that I couldn't get monetized. I submitted it in and it got changed. But I want you to see, I can barely say anything wrong. I can barely say anything different and definitely not close to being worse as some of these bigger content creators. And I get struck on my video. Okay. Again, it got reversed. So brother, not complaining. I'm just letting you know what goes into being a content creator and how a man's words can get twisted so easily, yet women can say the most vile things about men and it go unopposed. Why am I telling you this? Because when I show you the videos tonight, some of the things that I just brought up are going to get covered in this video. All right. We're going to start off with our first video of the night. And this woman is going to tell us how it's no longer a man's world. Kind of like the late great James Brown used to say, okay? It's a man's world. Yeah, right? He used to let us know. But it's nothing without a woman who loves him. Remember that? Y'all remember that? Shout out to Speak Spanish Now, one of my moderators, good friend of mine. Make sure you go to his channel if you're looking to learn Spanish. This is the guy to go. This is the guy to see. And all you got to do is watch a video a day, and you'll be on your way to learning the Spanish you need so that when you go to these other countries, you have a better time, right? You all will appreciate that. Classic track. Absolutely. Absolutely, Diesel. All right. So I'm going to play the video. Check this out.
And as we seek to
put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear that, so I know that we're good on the volume, good on the audio right now. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this lady speak.
And as we seek to dissect toxic masculinity, as we see the rise of women in corporate spaces and entrepreneurship, we see a transition of power that's taken place.
Yes.
And in the midst of that transition of power, I think that men can often wonder, where do I fit in this transition? If I'm no longer the alpha male, if it's no longer the man's world, but it is our world, where do I fit? I think the onus is on the man to consider, how have messages about power, messages about relationships framed a paradigm that makes him feel that the only way he can be powerful is if he is making a certain amount of money, or if he is progressing further than a woman is. Is there a world in which a man says, you know what, actually she makes more money than I do and I take care of home, and that is what works for our relationship? This is a reality.
All right, listen. Let's let's dissect what she's saying. Okay. I started off with this clip for a reason because I wanted you all to hear the mindset of the women today, telling us that men have to realize this is a shared power world now. All right. Not a problem. Not a problem so far. I don't have a problem with it. Okay. I don't like how the first thing that came out of her mouth is to talk about toxic masculinity. See, these women like to use these terms, but you never hear come out of these women's mouth the term toxic femininity. You never hear it. And then if you say anything about women's behavior, then you're a misogynist, you this, you hate your mama, okay? You know what I mean? You had a mama and you hated your mama, okay? Y'all seen my mom on this channel. Y'all know I don't hate my mom. Me and my mom have an awesome relationship. Matter of fact, that's my dog right there, okay? That's my dog, all right? I don't always want to hear what she got to say, but you know what I love about Miss Nola, as y'all can call her, Miss Nola? Miss Nola tell you right, okay? Whether you want to hear it or not, Miss Nola gonna let you know, all right? And even Miss Nola frustrated at hearing these damn women out here, spouting one thing, saying one thing, and doing another. Okay. Another thing she brought up was men have to realize if your woman is making more than you, then you can't let it go to your ego. All right. I ain't got a problem with a woman making more than me. Okay. Hell, my woman makes more than I do. All right. And that is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Good on her. But you know what my woman don't do? Okay? My woman don't beat me over the head about the fact that she make more money than I do. Okay? Now I make good money. Okay? I'm making good money. But what I'm going to say is she make more. Okay? That woman make more. All right? But she deserves to, man. She out there dealing with them people. You know what I mean? She got to deal with them folk. I ain't got to deal with nobody but all 10 of my personalities, and 4 of which, if you've been on this channel long enough, you may have seen them before, okay? Particularly Mr. Johnson, okay? I have to deal with all the personalities in my head, okay? That's enough people to deal with, right? But here's the point. Women talk about men's ego when they go ahead and make more than a man. In the video that MTR brought up tonight, if you go after this video, go watch it. Don't watch it until we're done with this live stream, okay? Watch that on your own time. Watch it later. I need you to stay here and tune in and listen to what I'm about to tell you. The woman in that video talked about how her husband started getting his hours cut. She started doing more in her career. And she said something that women tend to say after they divorce a man. What she did, she divorced this man. And she's recounting everything. She took accountability of this. She said when she started working more and he was working less, and even though he was home, more time with the kids, taking care of the home, doing the things around the house to help her out while she's at work, she used this word. She resented him. She resented him. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to spoil the whole video for y'all, but the flip side was, so then the man would say, hey, I'm about to get more hours. When he started working more, she said, I resented him for having too many hours. And then when he didn't, she said, I resented him from being at home. Ladies, you all are doing this to men. Not all of you, but you all might know a woman or two in your lives that have done this to men who complain to this level. And y'all co-sign the sisterhood. If you've ever co-signed this, you are part of the problem, ma'am. You are part of the problem. Instead of coming at me, this is where you should be checking your sisters. But y'all won't do that because you want to be accepted. You want to be accepted in the sisterhood, not realizing that this is destroying marriages. She resented her husband. And then that resentment eventually led to her cheating. See what I'm saying? Don't just put it all on men. Y'all need to check these women. All right? Shout out to Juju. Good to see you again, my brother. Good to see you. DDG18. Good to see you as well, man. I haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. Okay? All right, let's get to the next video. We got a lot to talk about, so I want to make sure we're stepping through this. I wanted to start off with that video. Part of the thing we're gonna do tonight is I'm going to show you different stages. This is what I want to set the tone. Let me put this banner back up so y'all know what y'all about to get tonight. I have threaded these videos together in such a way that two things is occurring. I'm going to take you through old videos and I'm going to take you through time so you can see how women's mindsets and how things have changed, not changed, but over time, to show you how women have progressed over the last 70 years. Okay, I'm going to show you that. So that's going to be happening. The second thing you're going to see is you're going to see modern women's behaviors that make them take L's throughout the clips. So two things is happening. This took me hours to put this together because I wanted to make sure that I gave you meat on the bone. If you're a woman listening to this, I did this so that you all could understand how your actions will cause you to lose. Now, let me say this. If you are a woman and you don't want to have kids, you don't want to have a relationship, you don't give a crap, then this conversation and all of these conversations aren't about you. Men don't have a problem with that. If you want to go off and do your thing, go ahead and do it. The problem that we have is that how you treat us men, how you talk about us men, how you complain when you finally, some of you all decide, I want to get off of the work carousel, and then you complain about us. You complain when you can't find somebody to talk to you. You complain that nobody want to deal with you. You complain when you can't find a mythical unicorn ass man to wife you up after you done had your fun, after you done realize, after you done become Vivica Fox, you didn't had this behavior and this attitude. You had the man that could have been with you, and then you turn 60, and then you decide, right after turning 60, you decided then that, oh, now I want to get my act together. I'm talking about you in that case. Okay. So for right now, some of you women are like, well, that ain't me, and I don't give a care, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Just don't be your ass on social media complaining about it later. Don't be in the spaces complaining because men then ran through you and treated you like a 304. Okay? Because I'm talking about you. Just because you want time to yourself does not mean that you shouldn't be planning for the future. This next video clip that I'm going to show you is women in the 70s, okay, talking about they saw what was happening. They saw that feminism was going to mess up the home dynamic. Now, I don't agree with the man at the very end, but I think it was just to be funny, okay? So, ladies, if you're about to get triggered by it, that's fine, get triggered, but that's not the part I want you to watch. I want you to realize that these women in the 70s saw the writing on the wall, but it was already too late. The floodgates had been opened. And here we go.
You get so upset about women demanding equality?
It's not feminine. They want to be equal with the men. Well, it's not meant to be. They're completely different. Their emotions and the way they're built. I mean, you just can't put them on equal terms with a man.
This woman here just said there's something that would get a man filleted for saying in this time. We are not equal. We're not built the same. Our emotions aren't built the same. How we carry ourselves isn't built the same. Our desires, even though we might see an end point together, men's desires and goals are different from women's. Now, women's desires look like what men's desires used to be. Okay? They're starting to look the same. And that's why she said it's not feminine. But let's continue to listen.
So you actually feel that woman is not equal to man?
No, and I don't think she ever will be. She was off love. His slippers are nice and warm. I kept them by the fire.
My man is in his soft guy era, bro. My dude is in his soft guy era. Bro, look at this. Yo, this is too funny. Anyway, let's go.
Mascara. I think you like that one. It's really nice.
They're out to teach women how to be feminine again. And judging from the letters they've been receiving, it looks as if what started as a modest little club among friends may develop into a national or even international movement.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. We know that this is far from what happened. Hell, you got trad wives right now, women who are telling or teaching other women to be more traditional. And even that movement is getting backlash. We know that this didn't work. Okay. But let's continue.
With us doing this, we get treated better by our husbands. They think more of us. They do the little niceties for us that probably they wouldn't have thought about.
So this is what married life's all about. I might even try it myself.
This is where this dude. I'm sorry, y'all. This is 70s level soft guy era right here. Check this out.
Wine.
Tally ho. Yo. Oh my God, bro. Oh man. Listen, we know that movement fell apart, man. We know that the trad wife movement is what this was trying to be. And we see that this failed back then. The trad wife thing is just a trend, just like drizzle will be, even though I'm gonna keep saying it, drizzle. Okay. But it is what it is, right? All right. Again, if you guys want your comments, priority comments, because I have a lot to cover today, so I can't catch all of your comments. I'm going to try, but I can't catch all of them because I got to keep this show pretty tight. Okay. So if you super chat or cash app, right, you will get your name down here on the tickler, and I will prioritize your comments. And we have our first sponsor tonight, which is Diesel D's. And he said, facts. Almost nobody won her. She got more mileage than a 57 Chevy. Must be talking about the first woman. Duke says TSG cooking right now. Oh, I got more. No Nation, thank you for being here. He said, got to be more careful. Absolutely. Okay. Shout out to DBZ Nation. He said, woo, it's a kerfluffle. Yeah, it is. It's a wrap. And then Diesel laughing. All right. And then Preston says, who cares if they triggered? So what? Yeah, that's all right. That's fine. And then one last one. You constantly complain about you being strong and independent. Then you complain that no man is approaching us. We're going to talk about that too, Preston. We're going to get there. Okay. Let me get the next video set up. We have a lot to get through today. A lot to get through. Now, you guys may have seen this video, but I wanted to put this video back in here. It's only a minute long. And it's because, think about it, those women were trying to change or try to get women to get back to being feminine again, to get back to being able to be trad wives. Okay. 16 years later, or, 16 to 6 years later. Okay. After the making of that video, we have this video right here that you guys may have seen on social media.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father.
They're keeping their hands down.
The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. It's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
Now that right there is telling you, right, this little thing at the end says one contributor to family breakdown which soon spread to the poor and working class white family may have been welfare expansion. Caste welfare in meager form existed since 1935. If you guys remember, the old man was in the video talking about how they came to his house trying to offer his mom and dad welfare. And some welfare expansion took place during the Kennedy administration. But under Johnson's Great Society, which began in 1964, benefits became substantially more generous and came under great control of the federal government. In the words of Harvard's Paul Peterson, some programs actively discouraged marriage because welfare assistance went to mothers so long as no male was boarding in the house. Marriage to an unemployed male, even one earning the minimum wage, placed at risk a mother's economic well-being. Infamous man in the house rules meant that welfare workers would come in and they would do checks. If you guys haven't seen, there was a video with who was it? James Earl Jones, I believe. What's the name of that movie? Claudine, something like that. Basically, he was dating this single mother who had like 4 or 5 kids, and then they was trying to hide him because if he appeared to be even just her boyfriend, the people coming doing the welfare checks, what they would do is they would take that mother's money away, all right? And she just wouldn't be able to make it. So there was a push to push the man out of the household. There was a big push, contrary to popular belief, all right? So the reason why I showed you this is I want to show you that just, 6 to 16 years later, we see videos like that one where you have young ladies talking about no substantial need for men in the household.
Why?
Okay. Now, this next video is a young lady from today talking about the influence that her mom had on her, the influence and the things that her mother told her and how her mother raised her. Now, I want you to think about those young ladies in 1986, right? I was a young boy at that time, right? I was about 7 years old. And then now you fast forward to the women today, and I want you to hear how her mother is teaching her. Okay? Check this out.
Why do women seem to always have to ruin multiple relationships and go on some self-discovery journey to figure out things that are common sense? That's fair. Men and women both do that, though. But I will say that I was raised by a single mother. So it is the way we are being raised and conditioned. I also looked up the statistics that 40% of the modern day household is single mothers are raising their children. So my mother raised me to think more independently and choose myself over a man, especially if that mother had no help in the household by the man and she's bitter and angry that she didn't get that support. She's going to raise up her daughters to think that we are independent without a man and we don't need any man and we shouldn't prioritize them because they could come in and abuse you. And so I had all these fears. I had all these fears implemented in me.
Uh-oh. Why did that thing stop? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Don't know what's going on with that video, but I want you to realize something that is a constant thing that's said by modern women today. The thing that's constantly always brought up is about this quote unquote abusive man, right? The man that's always laying hands on them. And I'm not saying that this don't happen. I think that it is deplorable that you got a dude who the only way he feel that he can keep control of his household is to go upside some woman's head. Okay, that's not a man. Okay, it's not a man to me. Right, that doesn't make you a man. Right, your average man could whip the crap out of your average woman. We've seen a lot of videos like this, but you have this narrative that continues to be pervasive in modern day relationships, marriages, and particularly amongst, you know, the most vulnerable women in society, right? The poor and the working poor single mother. And part of the reason why it seems like this is a huge problem is because these mothers or these women typically choose men, choose the wrong men. Matter of fact, choosing the wrong man usually got them in that situation, right? They thought the dude was one thing, but they didn't know how to choose and pick a man, which we'll talk about later on in this video. And then that man happens to be a low value, low quality man. So I don't have a problem with women saying raising their standards on the type of men that they're looking for. Nothing's wrong with that, gents. And I don't want you to be mad at them for that. But ladies, part of the thing is that the men that you are going after and or the men you are aspiring to is unattainable for most of you guys. Oh yeah, he'll have a good time with you. He'll clap them cheeks up. Okay, but those men are looking for a certain caliber of woman, and not each and every one of you guys are going to be able to get that man. There are a lot of good men out there, contrary to popular belief. I still believe that there's good women out there. But ladies, unless you shed yourself from this mindset, you'll never be able to have a man who is fully on board. And even when y'all do have a man that's on board, you wind up doing what that woman did in MTR's video. You still shame that man. You are not trying to have equality in a relationship, okay? Because as soon as you all have the opportunity to maybe lead financially, you all beat men over the head with that. That independent spirit and mindset is keeping a lot of you all single. And until you realize that, you're going to continue to be single till you change. But we're going to talk more about that here in a little bit. Okay. Man, why is this thing acting slow? Okay. Now, I showed you guys this video clip in one of my last live streams and last videos. I'm playing it again. I'm only going to play a little bit of it. Well, I'm going to play a little bit of it. I'm not going to really give much commentary because we've already seen this. But the next couple of videos, the next few videos are going to try to paint a picture. So I'm going to run through these videos. All right.
Name 5 things that you have to offer a man.
Nothing, 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 and nothing.
You ain't with that one.
Thank you, best friend. Nothing.
What do you need from a man who you're gonna take seriously?
Money.
That's all you look for. You're not serious though.
I am serious.
So why would a man even want to look your way if you can't add value to his life?
Well, no, if you got the bag down.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Trying to spend the money down.
So let's say the man has the bag and he wants to spend the money. What does he get back?
I asked him out question like, what's my favorite color? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nigga, yeah, let's get to know each other. What color is my motherfucking real hair?
Well, we don't keep it shallow over here. We talk about real.
All right, I'm done listening to that one, okay? You guys have seen that video, but again, notice how the conversation veered to they have nothing to offer, yet they want a man to completely spin the bag on it, right? Let's get to this next clip. This is a very quick clip, so I'll run through this one.
Why do black women have to settle? Like, why do black women have to go half and half? Why do we have to, have something? Why do we have to bring stuff to the table?
I'm going to play that one more time.
Why do black women have to settle? Like, why do black women have to go half and half? Why do we have to, have something? Why do we have to bring stuff to the table?
You know how crazy that sounds? Why do we have to bring anything to the table? You know how crazy that is? Why do we have to do anything? Why can't you just spend all your money on us? I don't have to bring anything. Just spend your money, though. That's a bad investment. When you spend money on something and you're not getting a return on it, it's a bad investment. Ladies, I know you may not, I know you all may not understand economics. Okay? This is why a lot of women who claim to be, oh, I'm the queen and I'm this, and men need to, I'm the prize, have no idea how to invest their money, how to save, how to get out of debt, because they don't have the mindset of someone who is capable of taking care of finances. Because any woman that has to really take care of finances and is trying to build something bigger would know that this is a dumbass answer. They don't just want to talk. They want to humiliate men. Absolutely. Preston says, why do men have to settle? Why do we have to settle for leftovers? Good question. DGAT said marriage is dying and women with the help of government have killed it. Yep. Adam, shout out to Adam. Women wanting commitment while giving themselves away like free pizza. God dang. Exactly. Says, yeah, I seriously have absolutely no sympathy or empathy for women who choose these types of people, and men you made your bed, now lie in it. Yep. Yeah, ladies, you provide absolutely nothing. Okay. Last one. Gentlemen, raise your hand if you want to lose everything you worked hard for. Now raise your hand if you don't want to lose your children in divorce court. Yeah, I didn't think so. And then I'm gonna catch one more comment or two more comments. Marriage is only dying in the West. Yep. Facts. All right. We got more, bro. We got a lot to cover. I have 20 something more clips to go through. Clips and slides. I have almost 30 slides and clips to go through. All right. I'm going to show you an example. We talked about women talking about why do we have to be a prize. Check this out.
Would you rather be with a handsome man or a wealthy man? I definitely had my fair share of handsome men, and I can conclude that I would rather be with a wealthy man because I should be the prize. Hey, period.
Listen, she's allowed to have her own preference. I get that. The thing that stands out to me is in her answer. I'm not really shocked by her answer. Again, ladies, what you don't realize, right? How you co-sign this. Watch this. Listen to this. Listen to this part right here. Actually, I'll play it again.
Would you rather be with a handsome man or a wealthy man?
Watch this.
I
Listen.
definitely had my fair share of handsome men, and I can conclude that I would rather be with a wealthy man because I should be the prize.
I should be the prize. Okay? So she should be the prize. We know that she's saying this purely on her looks. Not that she have anything to offer, purely her looks. Now watch how women co-sign on this BS that women are saying.
Hey, period.
See how women co-sign on that? Y'all co-sign on these things and y'all don't speak up. You didn't follow up the question and say why you a prize. The last shout out to the honest truth. He asked a follow-up question on that. Women co-signed it right away. All right. Shout out Jerome. They just don't get it. They don't get it, bro. Sean. Yeah. No, I know they don't get it. But that's why I keep bringing this up. Diesel says, keep them coming, Sean. Oh, I got more. We got a lot to talk about. I can dig it, baby. Yes. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming through. Salute TSG and chat family. What the F did I walk into? Oh, you about to see. Okay, delusion at its finest. Got it. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Man, we got a lot of clips to get through. All right. So, you see the pattern? You see what I'm showing you all? Ladies, I'm trying, gentlemen, gents, I know you get it. Your guys are talking in chat. Any ladies who are watching this, right? I'm showing you this for a reason. I'm going to show you a combination on the next clip, right? Let me get that next clip ready. I'm going to show you a two-piece combo. We're going to get another video from The Desirable Truth. Make sure y'all go follow that dude on TikTok. Great videos, great interviews. I'm going to show you this next clip. So we had women talking about how they're the prize and men need to spend the bag on them. And then these next women, or at least one of them, is going to talk about what she expects from a man financially. I mean, they don't understand. They don't understand how hard it is for men and women in this economy. They have absolutely zero clue. Just like one of you guys said. Let me catch the comment. Where's that comment I just saw? Jerome said, they just don't get it, bro. And you about to see. Check this out.
When should a man start making 100K?
When should a man start making 100K? Now, before we get here, I'm going to tell you guys, I was about 7 years, almost 8 years into my engineering career, okay? And I was only making, I was making a little bit over 50,000 a year, probably about 55,000 a year. And this was at the age of 27, right? 25 or 26, 27-ish, right? 28, right about that time, I was making a little bit over 50-something thousand a year, right? I want y'all to keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna let y'all hear this.
I say at the ripe age of 18, you are out of your household, and if you have a girlfriend at the time, you should provide for your woman. I am a firm believer in that women should not work and that women's rights suck. So that men should provide for women, and I should not work my life.
I'm gonna put myself up on screen. This woman just said that you should be making 100K at the age of 18. And she don't think she have to work. Do you know how much entitlement, how entitled you got to be in order to believe this? Do you understand how delusional this sounds, ladies? How many of you ladies got out of your house? If you moved out of your house when you were 18, right? I did. By the end of my first year out of my mom's house, I was damn near homeless. I was sleeping on couches. I didn't know what I was doing. 1 year out of high school, graduating at the top of my class. Okay? Graduating at the top of my class. I had no clue. I had the opportunity to go to college. I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to set all that stuff up. The counselors weren't helping me. See, out of 500 students, I graduated 13th. Would have been number 10 had I not partied so much on Bourbon Street in my senior year. But we ain't going to talk about that, okay? But the counselors are helping that top 5, that top 10, that top 8. I slipped through the cracks, man. Even though I had a full ride academic scholarship, I didn't know how I was going to go to school and support myself. No, I didn't know. Nobody in my family, at least on my side of the family, had been to college. I had no clue. There wasn't the internet, so there wasn't the resources to figure it out. And men are supposed to come out of high school and make 6 figures? Really think about that, ladies. I want you to be objective about this. I want you to be objective on how you think a dude who's just got the Similac off his breath without iron, still wet behind the ears, young, don't know nothing. How are you supposed to make $100,000 a year? Tell me that. But we're going to get back to this video. Because The other girl is about to be a little bit more reasonable, but here's the messed up part. She is the reasonable one, and her information is still bad. Check it out.
Ever. I'm gonna say the opposite. I think realistically, a man should make 100K around like 27. I feel like that's a good age. 27 to 33, 35.
Okay. I just told you guys I was making about 55,000 in the 8th year of my career, 7th, 8th year of my career. I didn't start making six figures until I was 35 years old, 34 years old. Okay. About 33, 34 years old, I was making about 100,000 a year. Okay. Think about that. It took me another 6 to 8 years to go from 55 to 100K. That is most people will never do that in their lifetime. All right. But I want y'all to realize, ladies, that it is not as common as you are making it out to be. You guys do not understand this stuff. Let me get to y'all comments in a second. Let me finish this video out.
Well, let's backpedal a little bit, because what you said was kind of crazy. You don't
damn
think that's
crazy.
delusional at all?
I have my delulu moments, but also I do not want to work. So a man should make 100K by the time that I'm dating him, so I don't have to work ever.
You see how selfish this is? This is you all, ladies. Nobody's telling you to get on this interview. Nobody's telling y'all to put this crap on the internet, and you want to come after me because I show what y'all saying online? Who's delusional now?
Has the past guys that you've dated made 100K?
The past guys that I have dated have been 2 inches shorter than me and have $0 in their bank account, but now I am aiming high. Now
He just pushed her out the way. Shout out to the Desirable Truth, man. That dude hit me up when I used one of his video clips a long time ago. He hit me up and I gave him credit in the chat. But I'm just telling y'all straight away, go over there because it's not always feasible for me to get to those comments. But hold up right quick. We gotta bring up. I gotta give love right here. King, what up, King? I'm glad you made the live stream, brother. If y'all don't know, that's why King got a wrench. King has been a faithful follower, a faithful gen of the channel, one of the OGs of the channel. Thank you for being here, man. I'm glad you made it. DG18 says, women contributing nothing to maintaining or furthering of a society. They build nothing and are held responsible for nothing. That's true for every society. That's just how it is. Protect your seed. Overseas, I enjoy more life for less money without the drama. See, and ladies, y'all like, why everybody talking about these passport bros? Exactly what Adam said here, okay? Exactly what he just wrote here. Enjoying more life for less. When I lived in Mexico, it wasn't about going down there and balling out. Hell, if anything, I wasn't trying to look like I was balling out because two things. I didn't want to be a target. And the second thing was I wanted to just live among the people and have a simple life. And I'm so glad my girl got a chance, that we got a chance to go down there together because she got a chance to see the vision. She got a chance to see how simple life is and how your worries and stresses are completely different than when you're here. You know how easy it would be just to live this simple life every day. But modern women would go there and mess it up because they'd be all about this lifestyle instead of realizing that the best things in life are simpler than they realize. They make it complicated. Shout out to King V for being here. He said passport renewal is starting to look good. Shout out to Knucklehead. He said it's what she thinks or just what she wants. Absolutely, absolutely great point. School taught you nothing about life. Right, exactly. Thank you so much, Dwan Davis, for being here. Appreciate you. Shout out to my friend Sarah. Make sure y'all go to Sarah's channel, subscribe to that channel. Sarah creates content, and you might have seen her on a video on this channel before. We did a collaboration, and Sarah tries to teach women about the importance of their roles in a relationship, in a marriage, particularly a Christian way of doing it. She has a really good channel. Please go support her. We need more sisters like her. Okay. 18. Adam said, I took my money overseas. King V says, Preston Gore, nothing but facts. King, what did he say? You think you're deserving a wealthy man because you literally think that you're a prize with nothing but a 100th place trauma trophy. The prize is a healthy relationship. Like it. I like that a lot. All right. Let me try. All right, man. If y'all want me to, if you want to be a sponsor of tonight's video, man, every dollar goes to help make this content. A small Cash App or a super chat donation will get your name down here, and then also priority messaging. Trying to catch y'all, but overseas is great, but a lot of passport bros have made fools of themselves. I think, shout out to Smash TV for being here. Thank you. You're right. There are a number of passport bros that have made fools of themselves. But when you look at the totality of the people that are traveling, that is not the majority of men. That is the passport pookies, okay? The passport pookies, the triple P, if you will, the 3P, all right? Those passport pookies are messing it up. And I didn't get this. I told my brother a long time ago, it's like, man, you know, passport bros, I think is a good thing. And he said, man, I don't want the passport bros out here. I don't want dudes as passport bros out here. And I was like, man, why would you hate on somebody for traveling? He said, I don't hate on somebody for traveling. Big bro said, it's not that I hate on people for traveling. I hate the knuckleheads that come out here acting brand new and messing it up for us people, for us, particularly us men who are traveling for peace. Look, it's okay to enjoy your time. It's okay to enjoy the food. It's okay to enjoy the locations. It's okay to even enjoy the women if that's what you're doing. But some of the passport pookies are doing too much. They too loud. They act like they ain't never been there before. Make sure y'all go over to Andre and Andrea Love Crossing Borders. Go check out his channel. He talks about this all the time. Andre always talks about this all the time, about how the passport pookies are messing it up. Hell, I love his last live stream because Andre talked about how you got black people and you got ninjas. Okay, and ninjas is messing it up for everybody. All right, and I will be doing a video about that in the future. And there's a couple topics tonight that we're talking about that I'm going to expound on. Particularly, the next video after this next one is going to be about this mother, son, daughter dynamic. I have the video clips. It's just going to take me a little bit to put it together because I don't want to just talk about single moms. I want to talk about how people are being raised. So look out for that video. It's coming in the future. Let's get back to these clips. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on. The problem is it takes so long to make these videos, man. It's crazy. All right, look, here's the first thing I want to show you guys, right? I'm going to come off the screen real quick. Now, check this out. While some people start earning six figures in their 20s and 30s, most people reach their peak earning years between the ages of 35 and 54. According to credit.com, roughly 8% of full-time workers in the U.S. earn at least six figures. 18% of full-time workers, okay? And then it breaks it down further. But before we get to that breakdown, let me keep reading. Some workers begin earning six figures in their 20s and 30s. Economists nicknamed them Henrys. You all may have heard the term Henry from the late, great Kevin Samuels, who talked about Henrys, high earners, not rich yet. But for most people, their peak earning years are from 35 to 54. The majority of people who make six figures will do so in their 30s, okay? And you have these Delulu women sitting here thinking, oh, he need to be 18 and make six figures. Oh, he need to be 27 and make six figures, okay? So look at this. The median salary, weekly salary, or let's just go annually, 35 to 44, the median median salary is 65,000, almost 66,000 a year. Men in this group earn a median weekly salary of $12.99 compared to women at $10.86. 45 to 54, the median salary is $66,000. So it's only gone up about another $500, if that. All right. Men earn $72,000 to about $57,000 compared to women. 55 to 64, $63,000. Because now you're starting getting toward retirement age. And after 65, $58,000 is what the average person will make. So after you've retired, your money coming in goes down. Okay. I wanted y'all to see that. I want to bring up the statistics so you guys can take a look at this. Okay. Let me bring myself back up on screen. Now, the first clips was a bunch of women telling us what they expect of men. Men got to earn this. Men got to be able to do that for them. They don't want to work. They're the prize without giving anything. But not only do women not want to contribute to the relationship in any meaningful way, but they also want you to accept them as flawed as they are. Check out this next clip. You also got to deal with this.
If we say our body count is 3 or 4, we're lying. I know way too many girls who have told their current boyfriend, whoever they're talking to, that their body count is 3 or 4 because it's like the sweet spot. It's the golden number. If she says that, she's lying.
So not only do you have to deal with the fact that these women think you need to be making $100,000, which is delusional, they also don't want to have to do anything. They don't think they need to bring anything to the table. And then they're going to bring used up WAP to the table. And not only used up WAP, but what comes with that WAP is also the trauma that is associated with all of those excursions that they've had with Chad, Pookie, Tyrone, Ray, Felantonio, Glocktavius, okay? You are the recipient of such benefits. We're going to talk about that in my next video, okay? Y'all gonna want to see that next video. Crazy, all right? So you have to deal with these women who have these high body counts now. Not only do you have to deal with these women with high body counts, but you also have to deal with this.
You're a bit cute. Like, can you give me a number?
I have a boyfriend.
You a boyfriend?
No.
Look at this right here. This woman is lip locked with this dude.
You're a bit cute. Like, can you give me a number?
I have a boyfriend.
You a boyfriend?
No.
My God, man. So not only do you have to worry about these women getting they innards slayed by other men, but then you could be in a relationship nowadays and women thinks it's funny and cute and exciting just to make out with rando guys. I've seen it way too much. Okay? Don't forget where I live at. I live in Sin City. I see it all the time. All right? And it's crazy. It is insane. Now, this is a very quick video. Here's the other thing. On top of the fact that you aren't going to get anything from these women, okay? She's not going to, she's the prize. She wants you to make all the money and drop the bag on her. She don't want to have to contribute anything meaningful to the relationship. You have to worry about her high body count. You also have to worry about these new modern women cheating on you. And I'm starting with younger women for a reason. We're going to move our way through the ranks. We're starting with young women. We're going to move to, your average dating age woman, right? Your median level women. And then I'm going to show you an older woman and show you what she's gone through, okay? Some older women. Well, older, okay? Not only do you have to deal with all that stuff, you also have to deal with them throwing their accomplishments in your face.
Did you know that single women own 2.71 million more homes in America than single men?
Oh, that's because they get the house in the divorce.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Listen, I'm briefly about to touch on what was just said, just an aspect I want to cover. So I have some more stuff that I looked up online that I want to show you guys. Now, I have told you guys across the way, there was a single mother with like 4 kids, and kids used to always make noise at the door. Just so y'all know, at some point, I might have to get up. I think I have some Amazon packages coming today. I can't remember if it's today or tomorrow. What today's date is. Oh, damn, it might be today. Okay, so if there's a knock on the door, we'll take a brief intermission, and and then I'm going to get my packages because I don't want that stuff to be on this. Not that people steal on my by my place, but I'm not taking a chance ever. Okay. The lady across the way with the 4 kids that used to make all the damn noise outside. I went away to my mom's house. That's when y'all saw that video I filmed. And at that point, when I came back, there was a yellow sticker on the door. And that yellow sticker had showed that this woman had been evicted. And I told you guys before that here in Vegas, evictions are rampant. Okay. This is one of the top cities for evictions right now. But let me show you something. She's talking about having a house, and that's good. Good on women for having a house. I'm actually going to show statistics. Additionally, they're going to show that women are doing well when it comes to houses, okay? To some respect, in some respect. But this is something I want to show you guys. What gender has the highest eviction rate? Many of these children live in households where a Black woman's name is the only one on the lease. Black women renters who have a child living in their home comprise 28.3% of the average annual rate for eviction filings, the highest of any race and gender group. Now listen, my intention with showing you this was not to necessarily pick on Black women. That wasn't my case. That wasn't what I was trying to show you. I'm actually just talking about evictions in general. Black women are the highest eviction rates, but women in general, especially lower income women, are the highest risk. So a lot of these women who come on here and talk about they queens and they tens and they baddies, these are the ones getting evicted. These are the ones that are getting their ass booted. You see it all the time. Yet and still, they're going to treat you like you are their prisoner, that you are their slave. Have no problem doing it. All while telling you how bad they are, overextending themselves, trying to live like the Joneses, always leaving their kids home alone and going out into these streets. Okay, so I showed you this for a reason. See if I can get to the next one. All right, now this graph that you see to the right up there. Women actually, as of 2000, they actually owned the most. Single women had way more homes than single men. All right. And then you've seen that gap has closed a little bit. So women should be proud of what they've done to have homes for themselves. I'm not going to hate on a woman for having a home. The problem is women tend to shame men for not owning a home. What you got to understand, ladies, is, and we're going to talk about it in this, but men's reasons for not getting homes is different from women's reasons. Additionally, it's not to say that men don't get homes. It's just typically they wait until they have a family to do it. Let's read a little bit. In 2022, single women own 58% of nearly 35.2 million homes owned by unmarried Americans, while single men own 42%. In 2000, by contrast, single women own 64% of the almost 25 million homes owned by unmarried Americans, where men had 36%. So single women have been doing better in home ownership. And some of that is due to marriage, of course, or divorce. All right. But there's another reason for that as well. So what explains the home ownership edge that single women have over single men? And why has the pattern shifted in recent years? The home ownership edge that single women have held over men is due more to their numbers than their economic power. This is especially true amongst older Americans who are more likely than younger people to own a home. About 70% of single head of households age 65 and older own their home, compared to 44% of single household heads ages 35 to 44. Okay. Now, when you talk about people over the age of 65, these numbers of quote unquote single women also include widowers. So not only do you have single women who have never been married before in this number, you also have women who win homes through divorce. And you also have women here who wind up owning homes due to the death of her spouse. So when you throw "we own more homes" into the face of men, all right, especially when the difference is only, some millions, right? The difference is in millions, right? Then what are you saying? There's more to it than that. That's why we're going to go to this next clip. Okay, we already talked about the numbers, okay? The single parent female-headed family has the lowest home ownership rate of any group in the country right now, okay? Say that again. The single parent female-headed family has the lowest home ownership rate. So a lot of these single women that are getting these houses typically don't have children. Troy says for women of color especially, that represents a major roadblock to financial stability. While 70% of white female head of household holders are owners, 70% of white female head household holders are homeowners, only 59% are Asian, 45% Hispanic, and 40% are Black female head of house. So white women are killing it right now. They single, they buying homes. And then they tried to talk about pay disparity and stuff like that. But often single women pay higher mortgage rates than men. And that can be partly because they are less affluent than their male counterparts and have higher debt to income ratios, comprising 34% of single female borrowers. Women of color are slightly more likely to take out mortgages than single males of color, only by 3%, but they are buying more homes. Okay. Why did I tell y'all this? They are paying higher interest rates, spending more money on college debt, home debt. All right. So ladies, you all are flexing about what you own, but you are in all this debt. And men are like, we don't want to take on that debt, because the more debt you have, the more you're a slave to the system. All right. And that's just facts right there. All right. Sorry, we went off on a tangent, but I thought that was important. Check this out. This next video clip. Again, women are quick to throw in your face about what they've accomplished and what you've accomplished.
I have a college degree. He has a high school diploma. He went to trade school right after high school. He got his certificates and everything. This past July, he had already brought home more than my gross salary this year. Come December, he will have quadrupled my salary. A 2-day weekend. If he picks up overtime, he brings home that weekend more than I make in a 2-week check. I have a master's degree.
I'm a PhD.
He has a high school diploma. So that reason right there is why I will not push college on anyone. If you think that college is not for you and you want to try a trade school, obviously look into it, see if you think that you have what it takes. And then 100% do it. And it is 100% worth it if you stick with it. If he leaves his job today, 100% guarantee he will make the exact same amount of money wherever else he decides to go. I am so jealous. Like, he doesn't have student debt. Nothing. And he's quadrupling my salary in 1 year.
All right, gents. I wanted you guys to see this woman talk about this, right? Because you all may hear from women that I got all these degrees and, you know, men are lagging behind. And I've explained this many times to you all before. When the housing crash of 2008 took place, or the economic crash of 2008 took place, a lot of men saw that their degrees were worthless. They said, man, you told me, pardon me, you told us that if we go to college, that we'd be able to make a better life for ourselves and our families. And it was a lie. So a couple things happened. Men said, F it. I'm not doing this. So what you saw was the increase in trade school enrollment. Men got skills. The reason a man can leave his job and later on go to another job and make the exact same amount of money, if not more, is because of the skills that he's acquired. Companies are paying people for skills, okay? I was 3 credits shy from having my bachelor's degree. A lot of stuff happened, but I'm 3 credits shy from having my bachelor's degree in human resource management, okay? The thing about it is that a lot of that these degrees, that people don't care about that. People don't care that I'm 3 credits shy on my degree. You know what they care about? The level of experience I have, right? They care about the fact that I know how to run and manage programs. They love the fact that I can talk to people. They love the fact that I can manage people. I have this 20 years of skills that I've acquired that makes me be able to go out and get a job today over I'm a PhD, because they don't have no skills or no experience. They just know the book shit. They don't know what it's like being in that work. Okay? So what am I telling you guys? I'm going to show y'all something real quick. And I'm going to read this real quick. So why are so many young men abandoning college degrees? In part, the migration of young men away from college can be explained by a growing and widespread skepticism over higher education and the high student debt it often leads to. So one of the reasons men aren't jumping into getting houses, because they are trying to build their wealth. They're not trying to be in debt. They're not trying to be under some debt they can't pay off for a lot of years. And they saw what happened in 2008. They seen that these degrees are useless. Also, they say a college degree in Northeastern Education wrote, a college degree just may not be worth it anymore. While higher education has long been viewed as key to achieving the American dream, surging tuition costs, a hot labor market, and campus politics may be why college enrollment in the U.S. has fallen in the last decade. Okay, part of the thing is you also have these. If you want to go get your master's or whatever, now they're starting to put you in these gender studies classes. Okay, they're starting to try to, put you in these scenarios that aren't beneficial to you. So it's not worth it. I don't need that degree to go get a high-paying job right now. And even if like this YouTube dream fell flat, I'd still be okay with money. But I'm saying if I wanted to increase my earning potential, hell, because of the work that I've done in the past, I have contacts that are in the industries that I would be best suited for. All I got to do is make a phone call. The connections I have that I've made over the years. Sean, you looking for a job? Oh, I got you. Oh, you want to come work for us? Got you. You're going to like this. I'm not worried about nothing, y'all. You know what I mean? If push came to shove, I'm going to be all right. And that's because of the skills I've acquired, not having a PhD. All right? Now, gents, we've been going on for a minute on this. Let me catch a couple comments that I've missed. Let me see what we got here. Wow, there's a lot of comments. All right. I saw a video on single conventions. Why would you look for quality in a place with damaged goods? Good question. King says they can't go 100% on their own rent with their landlord, and their standards won't allow them to go 50-50 with a man. Right. And the shrug is make it make sense, right? Single mama only, no trauma. Get your passports, escaping the drama. Shout out to Bradley Campbell, man. Thank you for being here. Diesel says smart girl. Yeah. Maybe the young ones are waking up. Some of them, I believe, are. My girlfriend has 2 bachelors, 1 master's degree. I have 1 bachelor's degree. Make 3 times as much money as her. Because it depends on what your bachelor's and your master's is in. And it also depends on the amount of skills that you have, right? Each day creates an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Shout out to Paul Bentley. Thank you for being here. Too many buffoons in college today. Facts. Yeah, facts. A degree in gender studies. Yeah, man, they make you study that in your master's program now. Many people get a useless degree in college. Absolutely. My son just got his PhD in physical therapy. Hey, that's a good one. Physical therapists will be needed. You want to be in that industry. All right. Salute Sarah, Country Boy, and Adam. Salute to everyone. Yep. Shout out. How about a degree for accountability? Let me go up real quick and make sure. Shout out to Juju. He said, insane. I hope our boyfriends see this. And we wonder why diseases move so fast amongst us. Germ City. Talking about the woman who kissed that dude on camera. Absolutely. Shout out, Country Boy. Good evening, brethren. Shout out to the chat. Country Boy, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. You good, bro. Get your package. No, it ain't here yet, but it should be coming, okay? You should chase the heart instead of the kitty. Like it. All right. Sorry if I don't catch all y'all comments again. Super chat it so I can see your guys' comments. All right. All right, Jess, I'm looking at the camera again and tell y'all. Again, we've covered so much already, and we're not even done. Where are we at? Hell, we're barely halfway through the videos. All right. Well, we got to get through these, but we're going to get there. Not only do they have to not bring anything to the table, you have to make a certain amount of money. They appear lying about body count. They appear cheating on people and sleeping around. They like to throw in your face about what they've done and what they've accomplished instead of using that to the benefit of both people. You also have women with this mindset that I'm about to show you next is another reason that we are seeing that women are losing in today's society. This is going to keep a lot of women single, these mindsets.
And are punching women in the face. Men are constantly assaulting people. And
now let's make this statement correct. Some men are doing that. Some.
This world that we live in, an unsafe, uncivilized place because of them. And
for some odd reason, they keep leaving out that very crucial word, some.
I don't care if people say it's controversial. Honestly, I think that we should restrict and monitor the movement of men.
This woman just said, holy cow, man. This woman here who gonna look like a sack of potatoes in about 10 years is we should restrict and monitor the movement of men. What kind of right wing, I don't want to say right wing, what kind of authoritarian type mindset is this? What kind of authoritarian? This is the United States of America. We're supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. I have served this country for 20 years for you guys' freedom. And you have women like this who don't even look at those accomplishments because they wouldn't dare serve a moment in their life. They wouldn't dare think about risking their life for their fellow brethren. They wouldn't dare think about going to war. They would complain about it, and they want to restrict you. They want to restrict your access as a man because she feels that men are dangerous. God, I wish I had a slideshow to show you guys, which I try to show y'all in a community post sometimes, but I'm careful about that. But if you've seen on my phone how many times that we are seeing women deleting their kids, deleting their men, deleting their other girlfriends. These women are losing, some women are losing custody of their kids, and they're deleting the kids and themselves sometimes. All right? What about the women who go ahead and lie on a man and say, like the video I showed y'all last week, where the woman lied on this random dude and he had to serve 31 days in jail because she lied. And instead of them, going and get the evidence first, no, they locked the dude up first and ruined his life. And even though a man might be, the charges may be unfounded on men in this country, lying on a man, simply lying on a man can ruin his whole life and his career. But men are dangerous? Come on, man. Stop the cap.
So, advocating for restricting the movement of half of the world's entire population because of the actions of some. How logical.
I feel like if you're a man and you want to leave your house, you should have to apply for a permit. You should have to state your business, where you're going, what time you're coming back, everything.
I'm not sure I have enough coffee for this.
I don't
Honestly,
think you do.
You can't exist in society. You guys just don't know how to. It's awful. It's awful for us to exist with you, just so you know.
Now, for those that actually agree with those sentiments, I want you to take something in consideration for a moment. Just imagine if we started treating every individual demographic in the same way in which some of the minority members of each of those specific groups behaved. How good would the world be then?
I want you to really think about what she's saying. And I really want you to think about what the lady said at the end. Think about if this mindset, right? Let's imagine, if you will, if this was a white man on here screaming this right now. What would we call this? We would say that this dude is a racist, right? We would say that. We would say, for him to say that about a group of people, we would call that man that. That's what we call him. And you would have women on this train. Jesus, you would have women on this train if a man said this. Hell, it don't even have to be a white man. I just use that as an extreme example. But if any man came on here and said this about women, he would be instantly canceled. He would be instantly taken off of, like if I was saying that on this channel, my channel would be gone tomorrow. Gone tomorrow. TSG Uncut would not exist if I was making statements like this. This is insulting to me. That I had to serve 20 years, and my brothers and sisters that I served with served our time for ungrateful ass people like this one, who would never contribute to the greater good and the freedoms of this country. And this, ladies, I want you to realize that women like this, I don't agree with this, what I'm about to say, but this is women like this. You wonder why men seem like they're angry at women. It's women like this that you have men so angry, because you'll have a man busting his tail, and women like this will get the benefits that society has to offer. Women like this are recipients of the benefits that this country is trying to do in order to quote unquote level the playing field. And a lot of men just feel like it's not fair. We've all been told to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. And when it comes to being a man, hell, they don't even give you boots, much less straps. All right? This is insulting. And you all don't shut this discussion down. Hell, if you go look in the comments of the original video, I'm sure there's a bunch of women co-signing this behavior. And you all don't say nothing about it. This is why men are angry. If men seem angry, this is why. But again, gents, and I say this every week, I don't want you to be angry at these women. I don't want this to affect you or bother you. I don't want you to hate women because of the actions of or the discussions of women like this. Because if you can feel that level of vitriol and hate for them, then they've won. They've beat you. Because they already have you in an emotional spot. And as a man, you being in an emotional conundrum means that your emotional intelligence is low. Hence, we have a bunch of these Thundercat Pookies out here, these Glocktaviuses out here, a bunch of emotional young men who can't control themselves. Do not let women like this and people like this, man or woman, get you angry. I am sorry that somebody hurt you, ma'am. Sorry I stayed on that one for a while. Now I want you guys to hear this. I'm going to let this play in its entirety because we need to talk about this, right? The question about what women bring to the table. You all have seen this woman before, and she's going to set women, she's going to try to give women a message on why this is a dumbass argument.
But why is it that every time we pose this question about what it is that we bring to a table, we minimize a man to his ego, like your ego is not presenting itself whenever you lead with your accolades and your accomplishments.
And they talked about it.
Because the moment that you present those accolades and a man doesn't show appreciation for the fact that you're leading with those accolades, your ego becomes bruised as well. Okay. So let's not act like a woman's ego doesn't become bruised in these situations as well. Okay. This is why this conversation is so divisive, and this is the reason why so many dating experiences that are not working. Because when we're having this conversation, everybody has an ego strain. There's some sense of rejection that's going to make your ego show up in a negative manner. Your ego is not a bad thing to actually have. It's your self-protection. Stop minimizing a person's ego, but also your valuation, the estimation of your value of yourself should not be simply because of your accomplishments. That's not what the conversation is about when it comes to the table. Right. But this becomes so divisive because we hear so many women come up and pose this question about the table as if you come through with all of the qualifications on what it's even going to take for you to actually proceed. That's exactly what just happened because I listened to everybody on the panel. That's what happened, and this is the reason why people don't have the dating experiences and why relationships actually fail.
Do me a favor, gents. Make sure you guys hit that like button, please, for me. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do that. The reason why I brought up this clip right here is because we talk about the table, but again, the thing that women used to complain about men, when men talk about, hey, well, I go to work and I do all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. What do women do? They minimize how hard it is to go out there. Yet we see time and time again on social media, women beating men over the head with the fact that they're tired of working. How can you minimize what men have to go through working 40, 50, 60 hours, which most women don't want to work that many hours, okay? Most women don't take the extra overtime like some of these men do. This is why we have pay disparities, all right? We have pay disparities due to the field that women get into and because of the fact that they don't want to put in that extra time like a man will. A man will stay at work later, all right? Shout out to my women that are doing it, though. It's hard work, ain't it? It's hard work being at work all day. I told my girl how, like, when I had duty days in the military, in the Navy, that I might not get home for 36 hours. I would leave home in the morning, early in the morning, to get to work. And I didn't get home until the day after at the end of the workday. I need y'all to understand that. 7 a.m. rolls around the next day. I'm off of duty, but now I'm still at work. And I have to work from another 7 a.m. all the way until 3 to 5 p.m. So I've been at work for 36 plus hours. Most women don't do that. Most women don't have to do that. Most women don't want to do that. So when you lead with your accomplishments, but in the same breath say that you don't want to work, in the same breath that you minimize a man doing that, you minimize how hard it is out here, but yet and still complain about how hard it is out here, how you want your man to come rescue you, you insult men. You insult men when you do that. But y'all don't care because it doesn't affect you. You only care about you. That's why men don't respect you or respect women like that, I'll say. Okay? Another issue, right? So now we've gotten past the whole, financial thing. We're going to now take this. We went from the mindset. We went in the past first. We looked at the past. Then I showed you all how young women are in their dating and in their formative years, right? The years pre-wall, before they get to the wall, before they get to the point where they're starting to want to look to settle down. So men today have checked out of this conversation. Men have checked out of the dating and relationship market due to the behaviors, attitudes, morals, and principles, if you want to say they have any, of the modern woman. And then they complain when they don't, and they don't understand why men don't want to deal with them. This next video clip that I'm about to show you is going to highlight that exact point.
I think about it is either I'm ugly, which is why guys don't talk to me, or I'm like too attractive that they're intimidated, which is why they don't talk to me. And I don't think I'm ugly, so I'm going to go with option number 2.
look at the narcissistic behavior. You see, it has like, maybe it has nothing to do with your looks. Maybe it has everything to do with your attitude, but they can't see it, gents.
Why aren't you guys approaching women anymore? Like, I was at a bar and everyone is in their own groups, not approaching strangers. Like, not one guy, not even just for me, not one guy went up to a girl and just started talking to her. It was so weird.
Listen, y'all know I used to be up in them clubs. Let me tell you what goes on. Men will go up to a woman in a club, say something to her. She will diss that man. And I'm talking about like not just no thank you, whatever. Now they're just straight out mean. And I get it. Some guys won't take no for an answer. So women have gotten mean. At least that's the excuse. But when a man is even coming to you being respectful, women are mean. And even if this woman gives this man the opportunity to be able to talk to her or to give him conversation, a lot of these women, when that happens, you start talking and they're like, so you gonna buy me a drink? It's like, I barely know your name. I barely have had a few minutes speaking with you, and now you talking about, should I buy you a drink? And then I'm gonna tell you something else that happens, ladies, and y'all know it happens. Y'all know it's true. Y'all know what's going on. Don't act like y'all don't understand. The dude buy you a drink. You know what happens to that conversation? Done. She will take that drink and walk smooth, clean off. So aside from how rude your behavior is, how unapproachable you are, how the fact that you're not interested in having a real conversation, and then if the dude is courteous enough to buy you a drink, it's not to say you got to go home with that dude, but at least finish the conversation. If that dude paid for a drink, at least give him your conversation. I don't know how many times I've seen, or even when I've bought a woman a drink before, and then she's walked off, and then next thing you know, you see her making out with some other dude. That is insulting. And men are just goddamn tired of it. So they're like, no, I'm good. Got my little beer. I'm chilling, just watching people watching. Me and my girl will go out every now and again. And that's what we like doing. We like people watching. We like to just get out the house, right? So we can have a little adult time, blow a little steam from a week of work. That's fine. We love people watching. And she know, my girl know, when I'm watching and doing people watching, I'm always looking for content. I'm always looking like, what am I seeing out here? How can I bring this up for the channel? You know what I mean? What am I seeing so I can bring it to you guys?
And I'm like, how am I supposed to meet people?
This society is changing a lot, and even when we see a guy out that we think is cute, a lot of times they won't even walk up to us because they're intimidated.
And I don't know,
Like that's weird to me because I don't know. I think that's part of being a female is you want to feel like you're being chased.
I feel like guys do the chasing and girls like I'm the tequila, not the lime. Okay.
I'm the prize. See, some women will gladly invite you to come talk to them. Depends on how you look and how you approach. And then they want that little tease, that little chase. Plus, they'll ask you to buy them a drink. And then guess what happens? They're going to wait until the next man do it. They're going to dish you. They're going to try to shake you. And they're going to try to get more of this attention and more free drinks. Men are not intimidated. Some men have lost the skill to be able to go up to a woman and hold a conversation. But the thing that you ladies are missing, a lot of men just don't want to anymore because the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
Yeah. So you have to I'm not gonna chase. You know what I mean?
I am tired. I am tired of the men that just don't go for it. They're just so scared. They think that they're gonna get rejected when it's like, bruh, just take a freaking chance. I am tired, sick and tired of this. Just come up to me and ask for my freaking name. Okay, you get rejected. I'm sorry. It happens. It happens to me. But just take a chance.
They're not rejecting you. Men are not rejecting you, lady, the way you all are rejecting men. It's not even apples to apples, right? It's like apples to watermelon difference. You all cannot handle rejection. Nora Vincent, y'all might have seen it on Man of Fear Highlight Daily where he showed you about the writer Nora Vincent, the woman who posed to be a man and tried to go up to women. That woman said she did not understand how hard it was until she had to do it. And then she said it made her appreciate being a woman more, but because it was such a traumatizing experience for her, unfortunately, we no longer have Nora Vincent among the living anymore. Nora Vincent could not handle it. And as a result of her experience of being a man, Nora Vincent decided to delete herself out of this existence. She did it. She's not here anymore because she stepped in the shoes of a man and she could not handle it emotionally or mentally. She was never the same again. You women can't handle the truth. You can't handle what we go through as men. You are not built for it. And even men don't want to go through that. Even men don't want to deal with that type of rejection over and over and over and over and over again. You guys don't even get it. You just sit in your damn bubble and you're just totally oblivious to the concerns of men. But you also have some of you raggedy ass women who come on here and say the most nastiest things because you've been hurt. But you've never taken the opportunity to try to understand what us men go through. Get out of here with that.
Guys, just take a chance. Just get some confidence. Just take a chance.
I am trying to work so hard on my resting face. I don't know how to portray, single. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm single. I'm single single for 2 years. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Guys, let's get
Let me go back to this woman and listen. I'm not gonna shame this woman because that's not what I want to do. Okay, I really don't want to do that. But I want to highlight something. And ladies, this is just put this in your notepad. Okay, I get it. We're gonna always have big people among us. We are. This is a bigger woman, you can tell. And it's not to say that nobody's going to love her or find her attractive or this, that, and the third. Some man will, okay? But lady, you have all this makeup caked on your face. You say you're going to work on your RBS, but typically, you know, like if you want to not have RBS, then you got to be the type of person. See, listen, people that are invite people. Y'all don't get this. Some of you ladies don't get this. Your attitude, your aura. Y'all want to talk about, oh, my chakras are in line and all these different things, okay? Y'all believe in all that stuff. And you don't even understand that your aura is not giving off RBF. It's just giving off B. It's not even giving off the R and the F. It's just giving off B. And men are like, you know what? That price is really steep for this woman. Like, why? Why? Why am I going to invest this time and effort into you, ma'am, where you acting like the other women? Again, this is not to diminish this woman's value. But if listen, one of my good friends, and I haven't talked to her in a while, and shame on me for this, but one of my good friends, she was always a thicker girl. Sometimes she's bigger than others, but she's always been pretty fine. Got to give her credit. In terms for a bigger girl, she fine. I'm from New Orleans, you know what I mean? Like, I give my friend credit. The one thing that I will always say about her and give her credit for is she has a very beautiful personality. And that's why, as a bigger woman, she attracts people, men and women. She attracts people due to her personality. Some of you women, and it don't have to be just big women, but some of you women would learn well to learn from like a woman like my friend, who I grew up with, been knowing since I was 10. 35-year relationship, man. 35 years. And she has her ups and downs, but a beautiful person. She got other things to deal with, but it ain't like these women that I'm showing you today. Nothing like it.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Guys are scared to talk to girls now. Even if they see someone, they might not want to approach you. Like, I'm going to say something super controversial, and you don't have to agree with it. But first and foremost, men don't go up to women anymore because you guys call them pervy, weirdo, and all this stuff. And you guys scream at the top of your lungs you hate men. So if men aren't approaching you, I can see why. Another thing, I also believe it's the way that you present yourself and how you carry yourself. A lot of you women in real life are really bitchy. I've seen you guys. You have like a stick up your ass, the way that you guys look, the way that you act, and the way that you carry yourselves. I get approached 24/7 to the point where sometimes it's a little bit too much, even at the gym. But I also think it's because I'm always smiling and I'm very bubbly. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the hottest because I'm not. But I'm sorry. I still get approached by dudes when girls say, oh, men don't approach us and they're scared of this and that. Probably scared of you and probably don't want you because I get approached 24/7. I don't struggle with that one bit.
Listen, I will tell you guys, and I swear to you, I swear to you, I didn't even get to that part. I didn't even know that she was in the video. The fact that she just said what I talked about my friend tells me everything I need to know. I'm telling y'all right now, this is why you need to subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed. I'm giving you the truth, man, right? I've lived a lot of life. I have been in every room. I'm going to tell you right now, man, I have real experience, not these young men babbling off at the mouth, saying dumb stuff on the internet. This channel right here is about real. I am trying to help men and women have more meaningful relationships, have a better sense of who they are, so they can live their best life. And yes, my methods might seem cruel or harsh to you, but I do not care. I need to get this across to you all now. Learn this now. Do not go through the school of hard knocks if you don't have to. Don't put your hand on the fire if you don't have to. And that's why this channel is going to stay real to this type of content. So whether you think I'm helping the situation or not, I don't give a shit, because we need older gentlemen like me. We need big bro, unc, daddy, whatever you want to call me, right? We need men who've been through it to be out here in these spaces talking about it. I mean, what y'all should do is be listening. I'm gonna get off my soapbox on that one. Your boy went hard in the paint on that one. Oh man, god damn, y'all got a lot of comments, man. Look, if y'all want me to catch these comments, I need you guys to start. Get your name down here, and I'm gonna prioritize your chat, your stuff. But let me just give a Style Trenders TV. Thank you for coming through. Just want to give a shout out to you. Constantly putting men in the friend zone with no benefits, but give it up to Pookie and Ray Ray's that's going to cell block the next day. Man, I've been wanting to do a video for the brothers about just making better choices so much. I'm not sure how that video is going to get received, but man, it needs to get talked about, man. It needs to get talked about to these young men out here. Collage, thank you for being here. We go through grape of yeah. Well, I don't know which part of the video you're talking about, but hurt people. Yeah, who does? Crimline, thank you for being here. Juju says, yeah, they're trying to manifest mean. Weird. Yeah. How you going to attract somebody and you manifesting mean? Oh, they're trying to manifest men. Yes, you can't just, yeah. You can't just manifest a man. You have to attract a man, and your energy has to attract that man. Preston says exactly why invest in a gutter stock just for it to crash and burn a lot. Yeah. Shout out to Scott for being here. My dad said never trust anything that bleeds for a week and doesn't die. Oh, man. Your dad was a hunter, Scott? Oh, man. That's crazy. All right. Where we at? All right. So we are still talking about the relationship phase of why women are losing, okay? So now we talked about women talking about men approaching them. So now this lady is going to get this next video clip is a lady who's going to get a little bit deeper into women's expectations when you start to talk to them. All right. Shout out to I Can Dig It. He said, I'm sorry, but these modern day hyenas are not worth the time or risk. Delusion is one hell of a drug. Keep spitting the truth, brother. Not a problem. Not a problem. I Can Dig It, baby, is the newest sponsor of tonight's video. Let me get his name down there or get his. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Again, I've put the donations and everything you guys have given to this channel goes back to the channel, right? I put a lot into this channel. I have a new webcam coming. Hopefully this webcam is better than the one I have, even though this one is not bad, but I want to get I'm hoping the new webcam that I have coming, kind of narrows the view a little bit. There's a 180-degree one, and I think this other one is going to bring it in a little bit, and it's supposed to be real 1080p. We'll see, okay? But that is the next upgrade to this studio that you guys see. Again, y'all don't even see behind the scenes. I got all the light and everything, man. I can change all these lights, right? I can do all this stuff, man. All this stuff, man. You guys don't get how your favorite content creators, how much time, effort, and money of their own money they put in to make this stuff good. Make sure y'all hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, become a gent. We have a weekly live stream most of the time. And also, I'm taking days to make these videos, But anybody who's watched my videos of the last 3 months knows that I've been putting in that work. And the newest video that's coming out, I really hope you guys appreciate, because it's going to be a hell of a video. I promise you. All right. Let's put the banner back up. And then, all right, we're good. All right, let's get to this next video.
I had a guy write into me the other day, and he tells me that he's dating this woman and she uses the first date as if it's a job interview. She's 34 years old, and all she's talking about on the first date is how she wants to get married right away. She wants kids right away. He felt so awkward, and it made him feel uncomfortable, and it made him feel a lot of pressure. Rightfully so. Once women hit their 30s, they date differently. They don't date and try to get to know the person. They date and they rush the person. They focus more on their priorities in terms of their biological clock, etc. But you have to get to know the person. You try to see if you connect. This makes me actually understand why men want to date younger, because if women are right from the get-go on first dates saying, hey, listen, we need to have babies right away and we need to get married right away, to a literal stranger, that would make me think that person's crazy. Our biological clock, it's not men's responsibility. That's our own responsibility. And that's why a lot more women need to realize that they need to date with more intention in their 20s, because it's a real thing. We have a biological clock. And then when you get to your 30s, you don't want to be out there desperately dating, trying to rush men into marrying you and having kids, because that's just not fair for men at the end of the day, right? And also, you need to really know someone before you commit to them and get married and have kids. So this isn't the first time that I've heard this from men. This happens to men quite often. And I think women need to just chill out. Just because it's your priority now, because your time is running up, it's unfair to bring that baggage onto a guy that you don't even know, right? And it's a little bit different if it's a conversation that comes up. But what I find from these women is that they're bringing it up and they're kind of trying to test the waters and kind of rush the guy. That woman even told him, well, you know what? People are getting married after knowing each other for only a month. And I was like, what? People are getting married after knowing each other for a month? That's more of an exception. That's not the rule. Dating with intention doesn't mean bringing up marriage and kids on the first date. I think that would scare any guy off, and rightfully so, because that is just crazy behavior. Get to know the guy, see if it flows. You both should mutually be on the same page. The first date should be more casual, trying to get to know the person. It's a red flag if a woman brings those things up on a first date. If she's over 30, then she cares more about the marriage and the kids and not the actual guy. And that's just a complete red flag. And I think men should avoid women like that at all costs.
Now, listen, I let that whole thing play out. I should have probably took a sip of my drink while it was going on, but so I showed you all the first clip about men not approaching women, and then I played this clip because I wanted you all to see that even when a man starts to have this conversation with women, go on first date with these ladies, that especially the ones that are hitting the wall, right? 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, right? When they're starting to hit that wall, they realize when that biological clock in their head is ticking, there's a reason that biological clock in their head is ticking. Even through the feminist movement, even through it all, women's biological clock still tells them that, hey, I want to have a family. See, as much as women want to deny, oh, things are different and men need to get on board. No, you want us to get on board with your time frame and your clock. Men's clock is completely different from women's time frame. And the fact that women will prioritize having the wedding and, oh, I need to have kids by this point in time and blah, blah, blah. We see that you have all these divorces. Women are initiating divorces at 70% clip, 90% if they're college educated. We hear this statistic all the time, but one of the things that should come to mind is exactly what this young lady just said. And the reason why it should come to mind is how many of women have actually rushed getting married because of their clock. So they diss men when they were younger, all those earlier girls, right? See how that attitude was when we first started out this live stream? Then women start to hit the wall and then they get desperate. Clock is ticking. So they don't really get to know you. They mimic what they should be like with a man to make their ends meet. I think that's very important going forward. This is another thing that is holding women back. Now, I'm going to show you guys. You guys have seen this star before. How many of you guys know who Michael Jai White is? Michael Jai White, okay? He is a martial arts star, okay? Michael Jai White, if you guys are old enough to remember, he was Spawn, right? Obviously, he's got a lot of B movies out there, but Michael Jai White was a legit martial artist. I'm talking about a legit black belt, a legit champion, world champion. But Michael Jai White has been married to his wife for a lot of years. So they have a successful relationship. I thought it important to put a clip of Michael Jai White and his wife in this video clip because I want you to hear it from them. Not just him, but her too. Okay? I want you to listen to this.
These women were like, I want somebody who's got this, makes this much money, got some humor, he treats you nice and all that type of stuff. And I said, so you got that guy. Why would he want you?
I'm on social media all the time and I'm seeing different women talking about what they want in a man. And, they want a good man who's fine and has money and a car and an education and a job. And the list goes on and on and on. And ladies, I'm like, there is nothing wrong with wanting what you want. But the thing is that it's not always about what the man has to offer. It's what you can bring too, because the thing is, it's about a team.
I'm back. My Amazon stuff arrived. All right. So listen, I love how they both talked about this scenario of women having this expectation of men, but they don't want to put in the work, right? And this is a successful marriage couple. She said something at the end that I thought was very important. Let me play this again.
Is that it's not always about what the man has to offer. It's what you can bring too, because the thing is, it's about a team.
It's about a team. Now listen, women today say, hey, this is a team, but what they really are saying is they really want some level of control over a relationship. And I'm not saying that your woman shouldn't have any say, hey, you just listen to what I say, blah, blah, blah. No, man. The queen's role in a relationship is very important. I've already talked about the chess reference last week. But what I'm going to say is that if you have a good woman, her input is very important to a man. It's not to say that, computer. God dang it. My Alexa just be going off, man. So her input is so important because it brings balance to decisions, vice versa. To be able to have that as a team, you need to be able to discuss these things. This is why I put this video clip here. All right. Let me get to my super chat. Shout out to Chosen. Michael Jai White is a sick martial artist. Absolutely, man. I mean, he's a legit martial artist. He ain't one of them phonies. This dude is real with it, okay? And I respect, especially if you get to see him on like Vlad TV. He always gives some of the best interviews. When Michael Jai White is on Vlad TV, I always try to watch, man, because he a real one. And he's also friends with Zoom to Thailand too. So You know, like Richie Mack, cool dude, met him in person. And you know, if them two are friends, I know this dude is a good brother. Let me get Chosen down here. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you all. Hey, Chosen, thank you for always supporting the channel. Seriously. Well, that didn't type out right. All right. I think I messed one last thing up. There we go. Sorry about this, but I got to make sure I get all my people. Get my people on there. Appreciate y'all. There we go. All right. Thank you so much, Chosen, for the $10 super chat. All right. Let me, where we at? All right. So let's continue on with that conversation, because what they were saying and what this next woman is saying is going to be pretty similar. The expectations that women have in relationships, a lot of them, they put all these expectations on men, and a lot of them don't even meet their own expectations, which is crazy. To demand something of somebody that you can't even give.
But why be with a man and you don't do stuff to make sure that he like you? I'm just gonna be myself. You don't even like you. You need to be a better you for you and be a better you for him. You need to be a better you for everybody. You don't even like who you are right now. I'm just gonna be myself. The self that you don't like. If he don't like me as myself, the self that you don't like. The self that you don't even like. You saying you don't want to change. You don't want to be something different. You don't want to enhance yourself. You don't want to upgrade your self. And he got to take you as you are. And you don't even take you as you are. You raggedy bitch. You know what? That's why you got to pay for half of your date. That right there, that attitude right there, that's the attitude that make you got to pay for half of your dates. You know what? I like wigs. I like them a lot. They keep my hair healthy, and I don't have to comb my hair. Guess what? I'm seeing a man fucking hates wigs. Do I got a wig on? Do I got a wig on?
Do I got a wig
Do
on?
I got a wig on?
Do you got a wig
Do
on?
I got a wig on?
I don't know, girl.
Do I got a wig on? You know why I don't got a wig on?
Uh-oh.
Because I want him to like me. Because I like him.
Simple.
So I'm going to do what the fuck he likes. But okay. All right.
So simple.
Okay. Y'all do what the fuck I want to do. Y'all can do all. Y'all can do it.
You know what? Give it up to this beautiful sister right here. Give it up for that beautiful sister right there. Oh man, I love women like that too, man. I like real women. How about you, man? Hell yeah, man. That's some real deal Holyfield. I knew y'all would appreciate a woman like that, man, because she spoke the facts, but it wasn't even like, it was simple. Yeah, right. All natural, baby. That's a real woman. Facts. I like her. Yeah, right. See, ladies, y'all hear what the men are saying. Well, let me tell you why it works. Let me tell you why it works. It's so simple. I'm about to give it to y'all. It's so simple, and y'all, it's going to go over some of y'all head. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Her man likes A, and instead of doing B, she does A. What the man likes. She respects the man that she likes enough to do what he likes so that she keeps that man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus, was it that simple? I might have complicated it more than it had to be, gents. I think I overcomplicated that. It's that simple. It is really that simple. A lot of y'all are operating, as she stated, you all are operating in a place where you don't like yourself. If you don't like yourself, how you gonna like me? Because if you don't like yourself, that means you don't know and or you don't appreciate you. So how am I supposed to respect and appreciate you if you don't like, respect, and appreciate you? Don't worry, I'll wait. It can really be that simple. Instead, you have all these women crying on here.
I think about it is either I'm ugly, which is why guys don't talk to me, or I'm like too attractive that they're intimidated, which is why they don't talk to me. And I don't think I'm ugly, so I'm gonna go with option number 2.
Why aren't you guys approaching women anymore? Like, I was at a bar and everyone is in their own groups, not.
I'm not gonna make y'all suffer through that. I just wanted to play a little bit of that just to say, like, they don't understand it. Look, I mean, look, literally look at the expression on this woman's face. I'm gonna just put up. Look at the look on her face. She is puzzled. This woman is perplexed. I mean, if she thought any harder, she might pop a blood vessel in her head. I'm saying literally right now, her eyes might pop out the right side of her head. She looking so hard to the right, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And these women are generally, it's not even that they don't know, because deep inside, if they're real with themselves, they actually know. But they're so in their own selfishness and own delusion that they can't see that the answer is right before them. That is sad. That is sad when the answer is right in front of you and you can't even see it. Now, this clip I had, it's kind of off topic, but on topic, okay? It's off topic, but on topic. And I hope you appreciate why I'm doing this. Because right here, check this out. Diesel says she's cute too, talking about that last woman, right? Jerome says, appreciate women who are starting to wear their own hair. Shouts to that sister. I can dig it. Yes. No BBLs from hell, okay? My heart smiles when people find happiness they deserve in life. You just nailed it, Sean. What you just described is natural order. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bombs, TSG, big homie. But let me get to this comment right here. Okay? Let me get to this. This is off subject, but on subject. Okay? Off subject, but on subject. Check this out. I want y'all to see this. I'm doing this because I want to give props to this woman.
How have the black men been responding to your hair?
Very positively. I'm so surprised. Very, even the younger ones, I'm really surprised. Like, sister, I love your hair. Keep it like that. You look really beautiful. And I was really shocked. And I asked them, I said, why do you like this look? They said, it's you. It's your hair. It's not, you don't have any chemicals in it. You don't have any fake hair in it. And yeah.
So, are you going back to the straight and to the weaves?
No, never.
Hell no, don't do it.
Never.
Don't do it.
And why is that, sister?
Number one, money. I need to preserve. And number two, this is who I am. This is how I'm happy. I've saved money. I've been happy. I'm at peace with myself now that I have my hair like this. Right. Like, honestly speaking, I feel good with myself. I could go to the beach, go in the water. I don't have to worry about it getting, nappy again. It's already like this. So this is it.
Man, look, I ain't gonna lie. I've been wanting to. I almost put this in another video, but it didn't fit. Like, it just didn't fit the way it was. And I said, you know what? This video might be better suited for some other video. And then, as that last woman described, she don't have no wig on because her man don't like that. I wanted y'all to see and appreciate this beautiful, beautiful young sister here with her hair natural, little to no makeup on. She got a little eyeshadow on, but for the most part, she looking natural. She looking beautiful, right? And I want to give a shout out to this beautiful sister right here. You know what she said too? She said, it's saving me money. Think about the hundreds and thousands of dollars these women are putting into their hair. Think about it. Just think about how much money goes into the hair industry because of modern women today. And I'm not going to diss women for doing their hair, but when you start something that you are electing to do for you, and then you're going to tell a man he need to pay for it, why does that man need to pay for something that you don't need? You don't need it. And you have these sisters out here that have this, you want to talk about self-hate, right? They're quick to be like, oh, you must, you're black, Dr. Umar. Well, the brothers that's out here dating outside their race, doing this, that, and the third, they hate themselves. Well, why? You got the women agreeing. That's right. They hate themselves because they don't love us. They hate us. So simple. Remember I told you that last video clip? It's so simple. Whew. Going right over their heads. I hope you guys appreciate that young lady right there. Seriously, man, because I'll tell you what, man. Unfortunately, they won't get it. And circle back to the same dumb question. Why the men won't approach us? Yeah. Don't waste your time with someone who values boundaries that don't align with yours. Yep. Shout out to Chosen again. These are clear reasons why God made women have to man. Oh my God. The last woman is more attractive than you. There's nothing sexier woman with a good heart. Absolutely. And you can see her spirit was good. This woman's spirit is just a beautiful spirit. See, you can feel it. You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, watch this. You can just feel her spirit pop off the screen.
Like that, you look really beautiful. And I was really shocked. And I asked them, I said, why do you like this look? They said, it's you, it's your hair. It's not, you don't have any chemicals in it, you don't have any fake hair in it. And yeah.
So
listen to her, listen to her.
To the straight into the weaves?
No, never, ever, ever, never, 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 ever.
And why is that, sister?
Number one, money. I need to preserve. And number two, this is who I am. This is how I'm happy. I've saved money. I've been happy. I'm at peace with myself now that I have my hair like this.
She said, I have peace with myself. And you can see the energy, man, like she is smiling and her spirit is smiling at the same time. That's when you know you're dealing with a good person, man. That's how you know. Salute to that sister. Absolutely, man. Good for her. I hate weaves. Man, look, it's too bad that you can't even find any more women with a good heart. Only carnivorous in wolf's clothing, no choking. Look, ladies, you can get mad at what Preston is saying, but a lot of men feel this way. They don't feel like they don't see women who smile with their spirit no more. All they see is the wolves or the snakes or whatever. You can hear the excitement and joy in her voice. No more pretending to be someone she isn't. Absolutely, DG18. Absolutely, brother. Right? Imagine how much better the quality of life would be for a couple of women, for a couple of women, if they would bandage their hair, helmets, makeup, nail, green contacts, and eyelashes. That's a lot of money wasted. Absolutely, man. Thank you, King, for that one. Yes. Don't get me started on that Dr. Umar loser parent and Simpson black woman. Oh, man. You know what? I started watching that Dr. Umar and I couldn't watch. I didn't have time to watch it. But Nick Cannon and Nick Cannon said something. He made a joke and Dr. Umar didn't even laugh. I mean, it looked like Dr. Umar was steaming in his seat. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That part that I did see, I laughed so hard. All right. I hope y'all guys appreciate that. I wanted y'all to see that beautiful sister, those two sisters, because I want you to know that there are good women out there. There are good black women. There are good women out there. The reason why we talk about these behaviors, attitudes, and the morals of modern women today is so that when we come across women, we can, as the Bible says, try the spirit. You have to test their spirit. And if their spirit isn't aligned with your spirit, provided that you've done the work, provided that you are a man and you are whole, whole. When you go to test and try her spirit, if it is not in unison with your spirit, and if you are spiritual, if it's not alignment with God's purpose for you, then you can see it clearly and move on. It is my job as a man to show men and women these behaviors. It is my job, my God-given job, to show you all these things. If it was not so, I would not be here talking to you today. If it was not so, why did men back in the day used to be the ones who vetted the men for their daughters? Why were men in charge of doing that? It's because women think emotionally about it. They project ahead, not seeing the qualities and characteristics that are before them that they need to see the red flags for. This is why a man is necessary to talk about these things. It absolutely is. If you're offended by it, then I'm maybe not the channel for you, but at least I'm going to be real. You can go to the other channels, but at least I'm going to be real with you because I love you. There are still good women in America lost among the trolls. And that's the hard part, ladies. Ladies, Adam brings up a good point. It's not to say that we don't think there's good women out there. We just can't find you. Some of y'all are hanging way too close to the trolls. Some of you all don't realize that you think you're a good woman because you don't act like your friends, but it's guilt by association. If I was hanging out with Pookie and Ray Ray, guess what you would think I am? You would think I'm a Pookie or a Ray Ray. You would absolutely would. You would say, this dude is a Pookie or he's a Ray Ray. Okay? You would think that because by association. Whether it's true or not, you would think that if you saw me. All right? King says the good women blend right in with the bad because they refuse to separate themselves from the negative, dysfunctional, and embarrassing ones. King, just exactly what I was saying. Why there are so many laws today? Because people couldn't follow 10 in the good book. Oh, we love you too, bro. Thank you, Preston. Love you too, brother. Thank you for the support. All right. I told you when we started tonight's live stream that I was going to take you guys on a journey. Damn, we're already at 2 hours, 20 minutes. How many more videos I got? Jesus Christ. All right. We're getting close to the end, but bear with me. So now we talk about what it's like, how women are in the relationship stage, how they put their agenda on us as men. Okay. Now we're going to talk about how women fumble the bag. You guys may have seen this video. How long is it? It's not long. It's not long, less than a minute. But I want to play this because I want you all to see how women get towards the wall and how they fumble the bag. How they fumble the bag. Watch this.
I think I have just lost the one person that I prayed for, all because of my self-sabotaging tendencies. Because God forbid I actually accept good things that are happening to me because I'm so used to it being a mess. I'm so used to it being toxic. And here I am in the face of a non-toxic situation, in the face of a God-fearing man, in the face of a family man, an amazing person, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Shout out to the real angry man. Shout out to the angry man. This is an older video. I think I've had this woman on my channel before in terms of a video back in within the last year, I think. But the reason why I brought her up is because she brings up an excellent point. And the point that she brings up is she talks about how she had a good man. And because she was so used to the toxicity of the men in the past, she did not believe that she was deserving of a good man. How many of you women out there have been in this situation that you didn't think you deserved good? Or you've been so used to chasing bad boys due to a feeling on the inside that you get a good man, and now because you're so used to toxicity and so used to drama, the good man seems like he's boring. He doesn't excite you. And a lot of women in relationships nowadays, not because they're with bad men. Yes, some men are terrible. Those Pookies, Ray Rays, Chaz, Tyrones, Felantonios, and Glocktaviuses, they always going, and it's always going to end up the same way. And you all equate those men to all men, and that's not the case. Particularly in the Black community, over 50% of the men are single and childless. You all are chasing the same damn dudes. You don't even get it. So you ruin your chances in a relationship. You ruin your chances for happiness. You lose. You lose. Some women who in this woman's situation will never get a good man like the one that she fumbled again, ever in life. Oh, you want proof? You want proof? You want proof? I'll show you proof. I'm about to show you proof in real time. About to show you proof in real time. A woman who might come across a man who is right and good for her and fumbles the bag. Fumbles it. Y'all ready? Right there. Who is this woman right here? Who is that woman right there? Miss Vivica A. Fox, 60 years old, saying she is taking applications for a good man. 60 years old, still looking for the one. Now, listen, on the surface, I'm not going to blame her for saying that she's still looking for somebody. But she's never learned the lessons. 50 Cent is a billionaire. At least he was a billionaire. He's not a billionaire. He's good on money. Okay. 50 is good on money. And he just says he regrets flirting with ex Vivica Fox in 2003. I mean, what can you really say to that, gents? What can you really say to that? That's the proof right there. Women have that opportunity. I'm not going to say some of y'all won't get it again, but some of y'all are delusional to think that you're going to keep getting bites at the apple over and over again with your badass personality. And then, you want to try to turn it on later. You ladies are delusional. Because if you continue to behave and perform in the way you have for a lot of years, that becomes your personality. You don't just instantly change, especially as you get older. You start getting into it. Once you pass 40, you're starting to be set in your ways. That is why it's very important, especially when you get in your 40s, even in your mid 30s. I would say when you start to get into your early 30s, you're already starting to become gelatin. Okay. You like that soft gelatin. And the longer you stay in this cold world, the more you're going to harden. Okay. The more you're going to harden. But to think that you can flip it on and off like a light switch, that's crazy. And let me show you how women are fumbling, how women are they're losing inside of a relationship. Check this out.
woman says, I shouldn't have to ask him. He should already know. For example, they've talked about my guy, his job is to take out the garbage. I don't understand why I keep having to ask him to do it. He's not doing it.
All right, so
He should just know.
he should just know.
Yeah.
Take out the garbage. Is the problem the garbage isn't taken out, or the garbage isn't taken out when you want it done? Like when you want it to. My schedule. I want it done now.
Yeah.
Is that the problem, or that it's just never going to be done, and he'll just stack up 10 bags of garbage all around there?
I think it's more of it'll be done, but it's not on the timeline that I made up.
That's pretty.
So, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Ooh. The garbage is getting taken out. The man is doing what he's supposed to do. But because it's not on her time, a grown man not being on her time, she got a problem with it. Let's continue.
Or that we discussed.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair. And you shouldn't have to explain or talk or do anything, because you're the authority now of what time it needs to be done. You shouldn't
I
have
am
to do that.
not his mother. I just want him to take it out.
But you're acting like his mother.
Take out the trash.
But he should be a mind reader of when that should be done, right?
Yeah.
Let's just make this fair here. How often do you think he wants intimacy and you don't just do it when he thinks about it?
I cut the video short because I know how women's brains work. If you guys
All right. She makes a good point at the end, but we got more videos to get through. Okay. I just chose that clip to show you that in these marriages, in these relationships, you have women who women think that they're better communicators than men, but yet and still so much that some of these women today think they want us to just do it. They want us to read minds. And even if the fact that she told this man, hey, I want the trash done at this time, who are you clapping at? Who are you telling me to do it when you want to? Now, listen, if my wife is a good woman or my woman is a good woman, she ain't got to tell me because I'm just going to do it. See, that's part of being a real man. It got to get done. I'm going to do it. Before I got on this live stream, I needed to get my laundry done. Okay. So guess what I did? I did the laundry. Before I go to bed, I need to make sure the dishes in the dishwasher is running. Because the kitchen needs to be cleaned. It just needs to get done. This is what I do as a grown man. And then if my woman is a good woman and I love her, I'm just going to do it. But a lot of you women mess up your own situations because you start to try to tell a man what to do. You say you don't want to be his mother, but you're not even acting like his mom. You're not even acting like his mom. You're treating him worse than his mom. Women say that all the time, right? Oh, well, it's like I'm his mother. No, his mama don't treat him like that. No. Any dude that say he got a good mom, the mom might be strict on him, but mom ain't treating him like that. Anything mom tells that dude is because he knows that she actually loves him. Can he say the same thing for you? This is how you all are acting inside of relationships and wonder why men don't want to be a part of it. Now, let me show you something else. We're still talking about being inside of a relationship and how women think and how women treat their man or their husband. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Ladies, if you want to know why men aren't rushing to get married, right here.
The reason why I knew I needed to get a divorce was because I have a crystal clear memory of me having with my husband and thinking about this other guy and me knowing in that moment I have to divorce him because if I don't get out of this marriage, I'm going to cheat on him. I'm going to try to find this. And I know that's really up, but I didn't want to be
No,
a
it's
cheater.
not.
You can't make this shit up, people. Can't make it up. Now, to some degree, you want to give her credit because she was like, look, I don't want to cheat on him because that's going to hurt. Let me just get out of this situation. But understand something, ladies. Think about that clip I played earlier about the young lady saying how women will throw their marriage intentions onto a man. They will rush getting to know the man for this feeling of wanting to be a wife or be married. Y'all don't want to be wives. Y'all don't know how to be wives. And this is another reason that modern women are losing. Why modern women are losing good men, losing husbands, losing access to men who want to even approach them. Because we cannot trust who you are in the beginning. We cannot trust. Are you going to continue to be who you say you are? Are you going to continue to be this person that I married? Do you really love me, or was I just a consolation prize? See, a lot of these women get married because they need to get married because their clock is ticking. The whole while you thinking you got yourself a wife, and you here you are as boo-boo the fool, as my mom like to say. You boo-boo the fool because you're the consolation prize. You was never the first person that she was thinking about. She just said it in this video clip. I had relations with my husband, and I started thinking about some other man. Ladies, you want to know why men don't want to get married? I'll look at the camera. You want to know why men don't want to get married? Most men see that other men are marrying women who are only marrying them as a consolation prize, not what she really wants. And only because a lot of women, clocks are ticking. It's hard to believe, you guys. It's hard to trust you women. Especially the more and more we see these stories. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Let me catch my super chat, people. King says, Vic is 60-year-old talking like she chewed a carton of cigarettes and have the nerve to be manifesting Sierra's prayer. Oh, I can dig it. Says, bro, not Vivica again. Maybe an older man will, but she looking kind of like Tyler Perry right now. Oh my God. Looking like Tyler Perry. Oh my God. You just call her Medea? Damn, King Bob's, bro. Yeah, right? Press says, you want the garbage taken out? Do it yourself. Shout out to Dwayne, Nuki, El Bay. Shout out to you. Y'all in here going in. I love it. Thank you for being here tonight and being a part of it. Thank you. Big Chris Entertainment. He says, one way you can tell that you're dealing with the wrong woman, come back at her with the same energy she gives you. If she like it, she's the one. If she don't like it, she's a goddamn hypocrite. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. She's acting like a kid herself. Yeah. Me personally, do what needs to be done because I know it needs to be done, not because she says so. Oh, hell no. Yep. Big Chris says, oh, I already read that one. B was like, F this marriage. I got excursions to get to. I got to get these cheeks clapped up. Oh, problem started when people went against Mother Nature's design. Oh, yeah. Diesel says they want the Disney version of being a wife. Yep. Facts going on in here. These women don't want to know the character of a good man, only the size of his wallet. Yep. there's more profit in people's misery. Absolutely, there is. Log on to Facebook. You'll see every fine ass woman that you grew up with begging for a relationship that they threw away. Listen, you know what? I haven't been on Facebook in a long time. I only go in there to chat with people I know. You know, it was my two of my buddies' birthday yesterday, so I went on Facebook. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and look through the old high school friends. Not my close friends, but the high school people's. You know, look at high school peeps on Facebook. I just give a good old look, you know. So May 17th is the 27th year I've been out of high school. So time to go look there. Now 2 years ago, I went to our 25th reunion. 25th? 26th reunion. What year is this? 25th reunion, right? 27 years, right. I say, I can't even count. That's terrible. Oh, go take a little look. She'll treat you like Boo Boo the Fool's Jules Tools. I believe the majority of women settle when they marry. I'm starting to believe it too. No hymen, no diamond. I don't want a woman whose fantasy is about another dude who used to pipe her to sleep. Yep, gotcha. Tyler Perry, that's funny. Women sprinkle the fairy dust trying to manifest their perfect man. And guess what? There's no such thing as a perfect man. There's no such thing as a perfect woman. That's why it don't make sense. These imperfect people want perfect folk. This is crazy. All right, where are we at? Okay. We are getting to... All right. We're almost at the end of our story period. So me and my girl discuss this all the time. We talked one time about how, like, I know her friends. I'm cool with her friends. She might generally bring up about us, but she doesn't go into extreme detail about me or us. And there's a reason for that. A lot of women are messing up because they're telling too much of the relationship business that they have to people that don't need to know. And this video clip is going to discuss why that is a bad, terrible idea. Check this out.
Why do you not talk to your girlfriends about your marriage?
Would a queen talk to a chambermaid about the king? How would the chambermaid understand what it is that the queen is going through or has to understand? Why am I going to go get advice from somebody who has a failed marriage, who doesn't understand what it's like to be with a man like that? Number two, if I go and tell my friend how horrible Grant was about something, which there's two sides of the story, and then I'm going to go make up with Grant. But now I've told them that Grant is domineering. Grant is controlling. He only thinks about himself. They're stuck with that. So now
listen, think about when women go ahead and tell their girlfriends, their family, right? They start, oh, he's being domineering, this, that, and the third, right? Not knowing that in the moment, you was being a spoiled brat as a woman. You was being a spoiled brat. He was being domineering in the moment. Let's assume he's a real man. And you was like, you know what? Deep inside, I be feeling that though. I feel that though. He put me in my place. I ain't tell him it was good, but I liked it. I liked it did that. Okay? I liked it did that. All right? Your man telling you the right thing. You like, you know what? You know what? When you walk away, I be talking. When you come back, I be quiet. So imagine that's going on, but you didn't painted this picture as a woman in your emotions to everybody that this person, your man, your husband, is a terrible dude. When in fact, you was the one being the brat. Now, if you keep laying these stories out over and over again to your friends, your girlfriends, to your family, or whoever you close to, they're getting a different picture than what was really happening. That's why she said there's two sides to every story. And this is why, one of the reasons you don't share your relationship stuff, the deeper stuff, with your friends. Can't trust them. Look, Misery loves company. Okay.
I'm made up with my husband. I go hang out with my best friend, Susie Q. She's like, so how's Grant? Oh, is he doing the domineering thing again? Boom. I'm lit back up. Didn't even have a fight with him, but I'm lit back up. Either I'm trying to now talk to her and convince her that my husband isn't the piece of garbage that I made him out to be earlier. I'm trying to convince her of that, or I'm reignited about the upset and how he does not treat me with respect. And he does treat me like I said, and I'm always doing this for him and he doesn't do that. And then boom, now I'm home with my husband. And guess what? He does one little thing where he's like, I'm going here to do this. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, so it's my job to take care of the kids? Oh, you just get to do whatever you want because you just think about only yourself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I've just now picked a fight that wasn't even there because I'm all re-stimulated from this conversation that I had with this girl.
Crazy, right? Crazy. So that's the thing. You could have your girlfriends actually help destroy your own relationships. You could think the grass is greener on the other side and realize you got it better on your side because the other people telling you cap. They're only showing you. How long, let's see, how long we thought that the Smiths, Will, Jada, all of them, well, we knew the kids were a little weird, but how long we thought the Smiths had this long-lasting, beautiful Hollywood relationship until they didn't. See what I'm saying? When did it really start? Like, it was already bad in there, but think about how much worse their relationship has been once it all got out into the public, into the media. Because everybody got their opinions, right? Just like buttholes, everybody got an opinion. Okay. Shout out to my friend Janine. Janine says, just passing through. We have been friends for a very long time. Okay. For a very long time. Not gonna get into our age thing. Hey, check it out. If you there's a let me do something real quick. Let me show y'all something real quick. You guys may not have noticed this, but see that flag up there on the wall? My TSG Uncut flag? Janine, her business made that for me. She made that for me. Okay. So you can go to designsbydestiny.com and she can go ahead and custom make you something. You know, she'll discuss with you what you need done and she'll try to make it for you. Okay. Go ahead and support that. She also has her other business, right? So we have our Designs by Destiny. So this is the little card here that came with my order, and it says, thank you for your order. We are passionate about our business and strive to provide the best service possible. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait for the opportunity to serve you again. Okay, so let me do this real quick. So her business is, make sure I spell it correct, is Designs with a Z by Destiny.com. Okay, and you can find her on Instagram and Facebook. Okay, so, and she also has valueyourvibes.com, right? So she's working on a lot of stuff with that where, you know, a lot of people don't express their emotions and stuff like that. And so she, let's see, do I have the stuff with me? Hell yeah, I got it near me. So also got this from her, right? I think, where did I put my stuff at? Where are my stickers at? Oh man, where did I put them at? Oh, here we go. So she has these little custom-made emoticons and stuff like that. Her business is also working on this for children, right? So go look at these. I'm going to type in the last one. I want to support her business, and I would like for you guys to check it out too. And I trust her. Because we have had one of the longest friendships I have, and she's gonna give you a good product. Okay. So there's that. We put my little emoticons and stuff away. But don't go check it out now. Check it out afterwards. Don't leave yet, right? We got a couple more clips and we'll be out of here. All right. Janine was also at one of my business videos too a while back. So go through the library and you'll see the conversation that we had. Yes, that's Janine who used to have the purple hair. That's Janine who had the purple hair. But again, we had a very good conversation. Go look for that video in our playlist and you'll see the interview that I did with Janine. Me and Janine probably need to do another damn video soon. Every bit of work a woman does on herself puts distance between herself and a man. Listen, the work, you should do the majority of the work you have to do before you get into relationships. Again, I'm tired of women saying, I've done the work, and you come into a relationship with them and you find out they still heavily damaged. How is that even possible? You know what I mean? Like, you supposedly did all this work and you still just as jacked up as you was before. You know what I mean? So crazy. All right. Let's get to this next video. All right. Now, we have had quite the journey today. Okay. I'm gonna look at the camera. We have had quite the journey. We started off talking about younger women, right? How they are when they're just out there. We talked about them and their body counts, their, what their expectations are, their unrealistic expectations of what men are supposed to make. We've discussed how, women lie about their body count, how women are out there cheating even when they're younger, right? Then we get into the fact that women are throwing their accolades in the faces of men. We've talked about how, I'm a PhD, I got houses, I got all this stuff, all the shit that men just really don't care about, okay? We talked about some of these women that have radical views. We've talked about how when we have this discussion about what women bring to the table, they believe that they don't have to bring anything but themselves because they are the prize. And you as a man need to accept them for who they are. You better be healed. You better be changed. But you need to accept me. All of this, all of me for who I am. And we talked about how women say, they're upset that men don't approach them. We've talked about that. We've talked about how women will have their biological clocks ticking and they will force that clock upon you early on. Even settling for men because of that biological clock, telling them that they need to have babies, that they need to get married, instead of taking the time to really get to know you and to realize, can they make this work with you for long term? We've talked about how women's expectations are very high, even though they don't even like themselves. I showed you how these women show women how they simply could get a man by being their authentic self, not needing to define themselves by the hair, the nails, the weave, the attitude. Just understanding what they men want and being that woman for that man. It's that simple. All right? How women lose good men because they haven't done the healing. They lose good men because they're not used to it. They're not built to be wives, and they don't know how to deal with good men after they didn't deal with Pookie, Ray Ray, Chad, Tyrone, Gloctavius, and Felantonio. They don't know how to deal with real men after that. All right? When you're in a relationship with these modern women, then you have to worry about reading their minds. There's no real communication, even though women will gaslight you and tell you that you don't know how to communicate. See, what happens is after men get beat over the head enough in a relationship, they shut down. So it's a two-part how that communication line breaks down. How women will settle for you in a marriage. And they divorce because a lot of women need that excitement. They can't control themselves. They didn't really want to marry you in the first place. and how women should never, ever be discussing their full relationship issues outside of the relationship, which is why I also showed you Michael Jai White and his beautiful wife, who have been together for a very long time. And the reasons they do it is because they have a true partnership and true respect and love for each other. Now, with all that being said, I took you from the younger women. Now I'm going to take you to this older woman. And I'm not going to sit here and put all the blame on her. But you got to listen to the words that she says. And then you realize she is part of the problem as well. And here we go.
What's your age?
52.
Are you currently single?
I am.
Why is that the case?
That's a really long story. Very long.
So you were married before?
I was married. I have 3 children, and I've been divorced for 14 years.
She's 53. 53. She said 53? Let's just go with 53. 53 and married for 14 years, which means that she got married at 39 years old. Am I doing the math correct? Let me back that thing up.
And I've been divorced for 14 years.
But married for how long at the time?
12 and a half.
So, okay, she's married for 12 and a half. Okay.
I was married. I have 3 children, and I've been divorced for 14 years.
But married for how long at the time?
12 and a half.
Oh my God. Okay. Yo, my math was totally, yo. Sean, I am so sorry, Sean. I am letting the math, strong math side of me mess this thing completely up. This woman said she was, how old did she say she was again? I just want to get the age right.
Why is that the case? What's your age?
52.
Okay, she's 52 years old. 52 years old. Divorced for 14 years, which means, oh my God, now it's crazy, okay? She's been divorced for 14 years, 52 years old, which means that she got divorced at 38 years old. Divorced at 38 years old. Oh, there's still something out here for me. Okay. Good on you, okay? And married for 12. So she got married at 26 years old, divorced at 38, and been single for 14 years. Is this painting a picture for you guys? Do we have the picture? All right, let's put it back to where she was at.
But happens, but we have 3 amazing children, so we did something right.
So what made you give up in the end?
Yeah, I had no choice. It was for the best. Things.
Listen, not going to put this on all women. Listen, sometimes there is a legit reason for women to divorce a man. It doesn't sound like this man was doing anything harmful to her or their beautiful children, as she stated. Sounds like what we are starting to hear more and more. We drifted apart. We things are different. We have different wants and needs. Let's see what she says.
Were going on, and I had babies, and he was going one direction, I was going another, and
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? People nowadays, it doesn't sound like there was anything bad. I'm not saying it wasn't anything bad. I'm saying, though, the tone, let's just assume that it's just some normal squabbling, fighting, right? This is why, the cliche is communication is the key. Communication is the key, because when you're starting to pull in one direction and the other person is going in another direction, let's imagine you're in a business. If you're in a business, this is why you have business meetings. This is why you have to come to the table and talk about where are we going? As a chief in the Navy, if I didn't give my guys direction, I would expect one thing from my guys, and they would be doing something else, which would mean that we're most likely going to fail at whatever it is we're doing because we're not on the same page. So I have meetings. I used to have meetings with my division prior to doing work. Every morning we go over our board and discuss what is expected for the day. And then we have a quarterly meeting and we discuss what are the goals for the quarter. This is the level of discussion that needs to take place in relationships, because going in two different directions tells me that there was a lack of communication. Regardless who end it was on, fact is they separated. They divorced. Let's continue.
We just weren't on the same page anymore.
What's your expectation for the men that you see and you date?
All right, listen to this. Listen to this. This is the thing that tells me where her fault was in a relationship. Check it out.
We just weren't on the same page anymore.
What's your expectation for the men that you see and you date?
Very high. My expectations are very high. That's why I'm single.
You don't want to get remarried.
I would if I met the right person, but my standards are very high, and I'm a very independent woman. I'm not going to settle for just any man, and I don't really need to be in a relationship. I'm happy being alone.
All right. This is what modern women are choosing, and that's okay. If they want to be alone, that's cool. But do not get on social media crying about it later. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something, gents. Listen to what she said one more time. I'm going to play this right.
I would if I met the right person, but my standards are very high, and I'm a very independent woman. I'm not going to settle for just any man, and I don't really need to be in a relationship. I'm happy being alone.
All right. All right. Here we go. Right here. Look at that right there. Don't that sound like somebody? Don't that sound like somebody we know? A certain fox that we might know? A certain carnivorous animal that no hunter is trying to trap right now? The fox. Don't that sound about right? Ladies, I think a lot of the times that I'm gonna say this, and gents, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Ladies, I personally think it's okay that you have standards. Whoop, stop the presses. What is Sean talking about? What is he talking about? What about these standards? These standards are the problem. No, having standards is not a problem. The problem is not having realistic standards. The problem is you have standards and expectations for the other person, some of you ladies, but at the same time, you are not meeting his standards and expectations. It becomes so much about her high expectations and not about his expectations, because people don't know how to talk to each other anymore. People talk around each other, right? And part of that is on us, okay? You have to be the type of man that when you get with one of these women and you're talking to her and you having this discussion at some point, you have to be able to be a type of man that can lay out the vision. What's the vision? First of all, you need to know what she sees for her life. And then you need to know if that fits within what you're doing. Can you incorporate what she's trying to do with your expectations? And it's not just about money. It's also about how is your daily life looking? These are conversations that when you're in a relationship, it is important and imperative to have. And I don't think people are having these conversations. People aren't real with each other about what their expectation is just on a day-to-day living thing. And then before things get too serious, before you start talking about rings and marriages and clocks ticking and babies and all kind of stuff, how can we implement this? How do we sustain this? And if you don't see those two visions merging, are you bold enough and brave enough to say, you know what? I don't think this is going to work. Or are you too desperate because you want to, and I'm talking to certain men, okay? Not all men, certain men. Are you so desperate just to have somebody? Because men do it too. We know women do it. Women will be desperate to have a man and they settle. But gents, this is to keep us out of trouble. Are you willing to cut that woman off when you know that the puzzle isn't going to fit together? You might love that woman and she might love you. But you all see the red flags long before you get into this huge relationship. Are you man enough? Are you brave? Do you have the courage? Do you have the courage to cut it off before it goes to the next level? It's just a question. Shout out to Sean Hensley. Women need to get on man's path. It can't be about a man getting on their path that doesn't work. I don't think I said anything about getting on her path. I said seeing what her path is and making sure it fits into what you're trying to do. Listen, at the end of the day, ladies, the reason why I always talk about women's path merging with a man's path is because it's not to say that what a woman sees isn't the path that a man wants, but if it isn't his vision, he's not going to work hard toward a vision that wasn't his. And manipulating that man to be a part of your vision isn't the answer. Because if you can do that, you'll never respect that man. The reason why it's important for a woman to be on a man's path or his purpose is because if you inspire that man on what he believes is his purpose and he's working hard towards, he's more likely to accomplish it. Does that make sense? And the second part to that is the woman needs to respect that man. It ain't about love with you all women. We listen, men don't need love. Men don't need y'all love. You know what I mean? Us men don't need your love. We need your respect long before we need your love. Because we could love each other, but if you don't respect me, guess what you're going to do? You're going to do like that little housewife talked about. You don't respect me, you're going to be looking for somebody to clap them cheeks. That ain't me. This is why we say this. This is why we say this. Bro, too much truth. Yeah, bro, hitting you up. I'm going to hit y'all up with it. All right? At 52, she gave up all rights to having standards when she left her husband. Look, I am just trying to say that there are dynamics. Women want things to be different. Women say this is a new age. But every time we try to do it, this new age wave thing, this is what happens. This is what happens. When we try to do it women's way, you'll get this video, which I'm going to show y'all again. This is what happens.
The reason why I knew I needed to get a divorce was because I have a crystal clear memory of me having with my husband and thinking about this other guy.
I'm having relations with my husband, and the reason I want to get a divorce, not because my husband is a bad dude, no, because of this.
And me knowing in that moment I have to divorce him because if I don't get out of this marriage, I'm going to cheat on him. I'm going to try to find this.
Y'all hear that part? I am going to try to find this thing that I felt in my whatever, all up in here, okay? All up in here. Whatever that feeling is, I want that feeling again. And if I can't have it, I'm going to cheat. Has nothing to do with with her purpose. This is trivial. After you get to a certain age, the relation, like women are like, well, I still want to feel pretty and sexy. I get it. But it becomes less important to what we have together is better than what's out in the world. And a lot of modern women today don't believe that it is. So they leave. It's not to take away from men's responsibility within the relationship. This is only to say that women are initiating the divorces. Every man can't be a bad dude. So right here, Tingles Junkies, white. That's what people don't understand. Respect and honor is the only way. Women say they love their pets, but treat their pets with no regard for their feelings. Save your love for your pets. I want respect and honor, nothing or nothing at all. And this is the way a lot of men feel. We know that a woman telling us she loves us, it holds some weight, but we know that's not the most important thing. Women tell men all the time that they love them, and women might feel like they love a man. You know why they leave? A lot of times they leave because they don't respect them, or the woman doesn't respect herself. Just saying. All right, so we got the older man. All right, we're going to finish up with our last 3 clips, and then we're going to, goddamn it, 3 hours. All right, let's run through this stuff.
What is it about?
Oh, man, I just realized I didn't put this up on the screen.
What is it about women and accountability to where the two are just like oil and water? Why is that?
Well, how often do we really hold them accountable?
Very rare.
Sure.
I guess just the pattern that I've noticed is like it's a constant process of emotional justification for their actions without admitting that it was a mistake.
I think it's not necessarily because in their heart of hearts they believe it.
Yeah.
It's because it works. Like every time the cop lets the woman off the hook for the speeding ticket because she's crying, it just trains that kind of behavior in women.
Okay.
Like, to what extent has acting in that way caused the dad to let up when she was a girl?
There's a quote from Socrates that goes, "Trust not a woman when she weeps, for it is her nature to weep when she wants her will." Thoughts on that?
It's a banger.
Works.
I agree.
Look, we talk about accountability all the time on this channel, right? We talk about accountability. And I love what he talked about. How many women get on this app or get on TikTok or whatever, talking about how they get out of speeding tickets? Or have y'all seen the video clips where women will be crying? And they'll just like, they cry. I'm talking about like really crying. And they just, it was a whole trend on TikTok, right? Instagram, TikTok, where women will cry for real, make up tears, and then in an instance, turn it off just to show how they can control, I can say their emotions, but control what looks like their emotion. I've seen enough of it. I'm like, ugh, hard to take any of y'all seriously. Shout out to Diesel. No fault divorces exist to destroy the American family unit. Yes. Listen, hold up. It's an agenda, bro. Yep. And I don't want to get too deep in that, but let's just look at it. When women were stay-at-home wives, the man needed to make money to account for the whole house, correct? All right. But once women started getting into the labor market, and they're working now and they're making their own money and all this stuff, good for women doing that stuff. But women spend trillions of dollars on shit that don't matter. Okay? Trillions. And it's big business. If all the women just was like, you know what, I'm gonna get my own husband and I'm gonna just be at home, it would crash the economy, because women now have contributed so much to the economy for things that don't really matter. Not even just the hair, the nails, the trips, the blah blah blah, like all that stuff, all the superficial stuff, the Freddy Krueger claws, right? All that stuff. but they also, all these mortgages. Think about it. Women got all these mortgages. They have more houses. Single women have more houses than single men. What did that article that I brought up said earlier? It talked about how they have higher interest rates. If they have higher interest rates, the banks make more money. Women have more student debt. So that system is making more money. Yeah, y'all got all the, I'm a PhD. You got all these degrees, baby, but you all are contributing highly to the debt. You all hold the most debt. And then that's not even talk about the credit cards and the spending. So it's not an agenda. This shit is real. Excuse my French, but it's real. They don't want you all to want to be back in a family. Yeah, we need some families for stability, but in mass, we want you all, we want us men and women fighting with each other because the bottom line in this whole society is money. Corporations right now are already writing and drafting bills to get signed into law or to executive orders. Day one depends on who wins the election. They've already laid out their agenda for the future. It's a fact. You don't believe it? Go look it up for yourself. It's already an agenda. The last tax cuts passed, the forever tax cuts, these businesses are still benefiting off of these tax cuts. We got 2 checks, 1 check, 2 checks, 1 check, 2 checks, 1 check. But the tax laws wasn't permanent for us. This system is purposely wanting us to not be together. It's bigger than you, it's bigger than me. This is why we have to get our own house in order. This is why we have to be thinking about the future. Because of the agendas that don't serve to help you, they don't serve to help me, don't help women. This is why women are going to lose. It's deep, man. I didn't mean to get too deep in that, but now I want my gents to be prepared. I heard this woman talk about this. This is straight facts. Probably could add a few more to it, but I think this is beneficial for the gents.
Here's some type of girl you should never date. 1, the materialistic one.
We see that all the time.
2, the party girl.
Because she getting them cheeks clapped.
3, the ungrateful type.
Because nothing you do is ever going to be good enough.
4, the entitled woman.
Because she can never be wrong.
She thinks the whole world revolves around her. 5, the one who has a lot of guy friends.
Because they are waiting for you to fail. Thank you. Thank you, gents. Look how quick I summed that up. Beautiful, right?
And 6, the I don't need a man type of girl.
Because she will never, ever respect nor need you. Bam. Bam. The gentleman. You're welcome. Y'all welcome. Look at that. Ran through that one. Last video clip.
Look, I'm a daddy's girl. I've been a daddy's girl my entire life. I have seen my dad bust his ass to make sure ends meet. I have seen my dad deal with a whole bunch of different types of women. And I've seen him literally sacrifice it all just for his family and still not get appreciated. So, you know, women aren't the only ones that need their flowers. Men out here, like the real men out here, deserve their flowers for sure. Because, like I said, I've seen my dad go through it all and still get shit on. I think a lot of women put expectations on men and they want men to be a certain way and they expect men to be their happiness, not realizing that we're supposed to come healed and happy already. It's not a man's job to make us happy. We're supposed to already be happy. They just add to it.
Please tell me I didn't delete. Or maybe I already used it already. I had this story I'd saved. And oh, that's a different story. Sorry about that. I've been trying to use some of these stories for the community post. What I was going to bring up is what she talked about, right? A woman talked about how she bought somebody said something about appreciating your husband, and the woman didn't think too much about it. And so she said, you know what? My husband always buys me flowers. I'm gonna buy him flowers. So she bought him some flowers, gave it to her husband, and the husband had a weird reaction. He actually started crying. And then it went from crying to he was breaking down crying. And he said, I really appreciate this. And he really had I said that, but he really had no words. He was crying because the weight of everything on that man was so much. His emotions just came out. And the wife didn't, believe it or not, the wife didn't say, I'm going to leave my husband because he started crying, which I'm very glad the story didn't go that way. What the woman said was it made her feel bad because she never knew that her husband was holding on to the feelings of feeling unappreciated. She never understood. She never thought that. And then for her to see him crying made her realize maybe I'm not appreciating my husband the way that I should. And so I got to give that woman credit in the little story because she said, I want to vow to be, am I that bad of a wife that I don't let my husband know how much that he's appreciated? The woman you just saw in this last video summarized it perfectly. A lot of men don't get any type of due. This is why, oh my God. I just forgot the woman I talked about earlier. The one who pretended to be a man. I totally forgot her name already. Jesus. Point being is, ladies, you don't realize how little men get recognition for anything that we do. And a lot of men are holding back a lot of hurt. Nora Vincent. Nora learned, there you go. Thank you, Mike. Shout out to you, Mike. Nora Vincent. Nora learned, being a man, how little appreciation men actually get. And here's the cold, hard truth. Ladies, you may not want to hear this. A lot of you don't care. Even some of the best women don't care how a man really feels. Some of you ladies will check up on your guy friends. Some of you ladies will think you're talking to your boyfriend or your husband or significant other or whatever. But a lot of you all don't really, you might hear what his day was about, but you all really don't get to know what he's feeling. And a lot of men don't have the luxury or the trust or the ability to be able to really open up to most women, because so many women lose respect for men when they open up, even though you all say open up more. So women today are losing. Women today are losing because they fail to understand men. And the biggest crime is they fail to care to understand men. That's the biggest crime. They're not even trying. Even though it could be so simple for a woman to have her own man. But when you're so busy being a narcissist, and you're only worried about what men gonna do for you, instead of learning to be the type of woman that a good man would want, actually doing not self-work, doing the real work, go and see somebody about your past trauma so you can be the type of woman that that man really needs, or being the type of woman that learns to love herself first so she can love him. Learn to be a woman who isn't turning femininity off and on, but actually being feminine. And the biggest one, being a woman who learns what it really means to be a wife. And it's that it's a lot, but it's really that simple. But a lot of women just don't care. They don't. So one reason I say why live in a place where generally hates men, go where you appreciate it. Absolutely. Janine says absolutely true. When I tell any of my guy friends that I'm proud of them, the first question I get from the majority of them is, why? I didn't do anything special. My heart breaks when I hear that. Yeah. Because they're not used to hearing it. Janine, the reason is they are not used to hearing it. See, women have the luxury, if you have any sort of girlfriends or women that you can talk to, women are most likely to hear your issues. Women don't get how little men are able to express and talk about their issues. Statistics on how many men don't even have one close friend that they can share stuff with. Women don't even know or care about those statistics. Men really need to do a better job in cutting their losses sooner rather than later, which is what I talked about. No reason to tolerate a lack of gratitude even one time. Yeah, no, listen. And it might sound cruel what Sean just said. Love the way you spell your name. Shout out to all the Seans out here with their U in their name. Okay. Yeah, you might as well cut it off, because if she don't understand that in the beginning, most women will never get it. All a man wants is a woman who has gratitude for what and who she has and looks after her health. Yeah, simple. Women proved that they were all lost when they danced on the grave of Kevin Samuels. How are you going to celebrate the death of someone who was only trying to help your sorry behind? How? Yes, look, I've said this before. Kevin Samuels is the only person out here in these streets pushing for marriage. Look, I celebrate all people that are married. I celebrate all people in long-term committed relationships. I do it all the time. You guys are about to see that in this very last part. The very last two things I have to show you guys, I'm about to show it to you guys, okay? He was the only one working for it. I will congratulate it. I will support it, but I'm not pushing it. And maybe I need to be better about that, but how can I push something that doesn't benefit a man? How can I push something that leads more men into poverty and homelessness than anything else? And I hope to do a video about that one day. And when I do, I hope you all support it, because we need to have these discussions, right? Yeah, rest in peace, Nora. Absolutely. All right. Again, I can't catch all of y'all stuff, but I'm gonna try. So you admit the forces in a relationship are external. That's why I say you can't vet for that. That's a deeper conversation. People were never meant to be alone. I agree with that statement. We're not. No matter how much we want to try to debate it, we're not. All right. So we have two more things to go through. I don't have memes of the day. I have a question of the day that I'm going to ask, and we're going to get out of here. But the thing I want to show you guys is I get comments from you guys all the time. A lot of times I leave hearts on the comments just to show y'all that I saw your comment. I don't have time to really answer every comment, but some of these ones I get from ladies, good and bad. And I'm going to show you examples of bad comment or a negative comment, not necessarily toward me, but just a negative comment. And I'm going to show you a positive comment. I think it's important to show you all the kind of comments that I get to let you know what I deal with and the time that I take. You know, I might take an hour some days to go through your comments. Can't get to them all because I'm starting to get hundreds and hundreds of comments per video, but I try to get to as many as I can. Here's the comment. This woman says, also, I can assure you, Black women no longer care. We are decentering men. I hate hearing women tell other women what to do to get a man. She says a man is a burden. We will stay burdenless. I have never dreamed of marriage and kids. Men need to understand that the dream is dead for a lot of women. That's not true. You still have women pushing marriage. This is a lie. But let me tell you how I wrote her. I didn't get disrespectful with her. I said this. Thank you for your comment. That is your prerogative. And this does not apply to you. However, I have seen too many women, I spelled too wrong, too many women have your mindset and then later regret or later change it. Right? Or reflect on it later, in which case this will apply to women like you. So my point was being is that women say we don't need a man, we don't want a man, we don't care about marriage. And then they'll get on here on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and complain they can't find a man, or they can't get a husband, or men ain't good, so I can't find a good man, or men won't raise their standards. Every woman that gets on here complaining about these things are the women that I'm addressing, which is why I said it applies to this woman. If she changes her mind later and decides to get online, hell, the fact that it didn't apply to you and you felt that you had to get on here and leave a comment is more telling about you than it is me making a damn video. And that is the point. If it don't apply, let it fly. That's what I told her. Additionally, women should not be telling women what to do to get a man. Women should be talking to men about what they want and are looking for. Too many are listening and following women's advice that is only keeping them more single, not less. Back in the day, fathers used to vet men for women. In the absence of some fathers, women should listen to what men are looking for if they are serious or considering having their own man. In which case, videos like this are wholly applicable. And this is it. I wasn't mean. I said, I pray you find the happiness you seek. Again, thank you for this comment. So that's this comment, okay? Let me show you the next one. A different type of comment. This woman, the same video, I believe it's the same video, right? Yep, same video. Why are Black women losing out on marriage unlike other women? Right? All right. This woman says, hello, I'm a Black woman. I have to admit, I used to be bitter and mean. I had to take time to do the healing. Once I healed, I started to seek help. How can I be a better woman? Now I am in a relationship with a Black man and I am happy. So glad I changed my ways. Having a man by my side is a great feeling. Wow, this woman actually did the real work, stopped blaming others for why her shit was failing, and took accountability and made changes. Simple changes that we talked about here tonight. Let me tell y'all what I said. Let me say thank you for this comment. Even though this channel is partly entertainment, there is always a message in what I create for you all. I had to do some healing too. And just because you are an overall good person does not mean we always make good choices. For this reason, that is why I make these videos. I share this not to slight Black women, but to wake them up. Men too. I hope for a healthy and strong relationship with you and your man. It is work, but with what is out in these streets, if you got a good man in your life, work with that man. This is what I told her. I appreciate, y'all don't know, I have to deal with, let me put myself back up on the screen here for a second. You guys don't understand, I have to work with women who come on here and are genuine, having genuine conversations, sharing even when it's difficult. Some women share difficult stuff, but we have a good conversation. And then I feel like, okay, this is good. I'm not trying to change her mind, but let's just talk about it. And then you have women who make comments like this one. I can assure you, Black women no longer care. And you wonder why I made a video on this channel? And the first video, first clip in the video is that 80% of Black women, maybe more, 70, 80%, hate Black men. You know why I use that clip? Because all the comments I read. See, you all might see some of the comments, but on my end, on the YouTube end of it, I see this video has 300. This video has 1,000. This video has a couple hundred comments. Now, I want you to imagine this. This channel, the current version of this channel started in January 2nd, 2022. Now, I've been doing YouTube since 2020, but the channel really took off at about the 1.5 point. That's when it started changing. I'm not even talking about my old comments. I'm saying since we started talking about these topics here for the last 2.5 years, I need you to imagine the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos I've made. I need you to imagine how many comments I see like this. And I will tell you, I'm human, okay? Some of you have said to me, why try to talk to these women? Why try to help them? Because even if I could reach a few women, that's good. Even if I could reach a few men, good. One day I'm going to pass away, but you know what? As long as there's a YouTube, I'm going to be, this will exist. This legacy will exist. And so at the hope that my words reaches someone to just take a moment and pause and look within themselves, is that not what we want to do? Should I be like the corporations and really don't care if people are in relationships? Because that'd be a lie. I want for all of you all to have happy, healthy relationships. I think they're important. As Adam said, man was not intended to be alone, man or woman. We were not meant to isolate ourselves and be alone. We were not. Okay? Where do we get to the mindset that we should be? A lot of stuff that we're seeing, the MGTOW and all these different things, is a result of men saying, I'm tired of this system. So as long as this channel exists, am I going to give you some entertainment? Hell yeah. You're going to give me your time. I'm going to try to entertain you. Okay? But on the flip side, there's messages inside of what I'm saying. Even if I'm not saying them directly, the messages are there. Or just try to get you to see something that maybe you didn't see before. That's all I can do. Can't change anybody's mind who don't want to change it, who is not willing to change. I've accepted that as a YouTuber. I've accepted that as a man. First of all, let me sit here. Let me say to my sponsors for the night, before I catch the last of these comments, and we'll get up out of here. First of all, Diesel D's, $20 worth of super chats tonight. Thank you for being a sponsor of tonight's video. Oh my God, did I spell that wrong? Oh, I can dig it, baby. I put did it. I was like, wait, that don't even spell right. That don't even look right. I can dig it. And then also we have Chosen 1619 with the $10 super chat as well. Thank you guys for being tonight's sponsors and helping out this video. I'm going to catch a few more of these comments. Diesel says, my pleasure. Thank you so much, man. Another solid stream, Sean. Absolutely. Thank you, man. I want to make sure that I put in the time tonight. I wanted to really hone in on this topic. Adam says, I learned to enjoy life while letting others do the same. Who am I to judge another person's happiness? I agree. Diesel says, a great show tonight. TSG, thank you so much. Effinism. When you learn to fly, you must let go of the things weighing you down. Always wise words from you. Stop blaming others for the poor choices you've made in your life or lives. Adam tells Big Chris, surround yourself with people you vibe with while kicking the trash to the curb. Never allow others to ruin your happiness. Yeah, wise words, facts. These women are independent because men collectively make life easier. As fewer and fewer men have kids to build a better future for, fewer men will do the extra work females rely upon. A lot of men aren't even buying these houses or anything because they're like, well, why am I going to put myself in debt? And men buy and contribute to the economy because usually they want to do for their women, right? Men go for the higher and higher and higher jobs because guess what? It supports the family. But I've showed you this meme on this channel before where you have men in an apartment overlooking like a beach, but the only furniture in the apartment is a TV, an Xbox or a PlayStation, and a folding lawn chair and a blow-up mattress. That man is happy as hell. See, we don't need all this superficial shit. I'm not saying men don't like toys and like having nice things, but what I'm gonna tell you is we also can live very simplistic. We're good. And women don't understand that is because life is more than just, I got these nails and stuff. I pay hundreds of dollars for nails that's only going to last 2 weeks on my fingers. Make that make sense. So let's say you get your nails done once a month and it costs hundreds to $200. That's almost $2,500 a year right there off the rip. So if you're a woman making an average salary, let's say the woman is making $45,000, before taxes, you went from $45,000 a year to $42,500 just on that. Hair. If hair costs you, let's say $500 a quarter. Okay, $500 a quarter. Another $2,000 right there, if not more. Now you're talking almost, $4,500 to $5,000 of your $45,000 before taxes. You see where I'm going with this? Your makeup, all this stuff. And so instead of making $45,000 pre-tax, you start taking all these things off. Now you're making what, $28,000 a year or less? Make that make sense, man. These women got it. I'm not about to sit there and give myself a heart attack trying to convince some goofy broad to let me save her from herself while she's screaming she don't need me at the top of her lungs. Totally agree. Big Chris. Everyone definition of happy varies. All I can say is that I have found mine. I also understand nothing is guaranteed in life. Absolutely. Godfather was the dude. Yep. Kevin Samuels was a cut above, no doubt about that. Exactly. TSG, sprinkle, trash. Disrespected Kevin Samuels got trash. Okay, I already read that. All right. What else we got? Last one. In Thailand, we own our house, car, and 2 motorbikes. We live a debt-free lifestyle, able to afford what is needed in life. Listen, man, this is awesome, Adam. I don't have a problem telling you guys I had some issues happen at the beginning of this year in January, February, and I fell into a little bit of a hole, right? I was doing fine up to that point, had a positive outlook on 2024, and then I fell into a hole. The difference is I did not panic when it happened. Did not panic. I had to adjust my lifestyle a little bit, which was easy to do. But that lifestyle adjustment, let me tell you how crazy blessed I am. That little lifestyle adjustment I made, right, allowed me to be disciplined enough that I started putting out that fire videos in March of this year. Look at my videos from March until now, and then go back a month or two before that. Not saying those videos were bad. I don't think you can go back a year or two. I don't think the videos were bad, but it was just a different style of video. But look at the difference on how I've been making videos now as compared to I did in January and February when I was going through it. It's night and day, ain't it? The discipline I found in hard times, okay? We're all going to go through hard times. The difference is in how you become successful out of those hard times have everything to do with, do you let it crush you and break you, or do you let it, Will Smith talked about this because they're promoting Bad Boys, Ride or Die. And he said, you know, you might become that gooey blob that you become, but he said, if you let it change you, you eventually become that caterpillar, right? So you have to go through that change, and you might be weak during that change, but when you come out of it, you're more beautiful than you were before. And I feel like that's what I did here in 2023. And I have a lot more to show you guys. I hope to get even better with these videos. What I'm trying to give to you all, okay? How did it get this bad though? Women today way up in debt, body count bumping, evictions, drama, and believe me, bro, PR mamas, a trip. That's what they bring to the table. Actually, it goes back to what we talked about earlier, you and me, right? We talked about it's an agenda. This is an agenda. And they are able to get us because they know us better than we know ourselves. Listen, the next video that I'm about to put out, I'll give y'all a hint about what's coming. Social media, we know, is causing a lot of the stuff that's happening. It's too easy to put out this stuff. People want attention and likes and this and that. I have in my next video that I'm putting out for you all, the gents, is going to have a bunch of videos in it from what predated social media. And that's the daytime talk show host. Remember I told y'all I was going to make that video? I got my clips. Could I have found better clips? Of course. But the way I'm going to weave these clips from what we saw and heard back in the day to what we're hearing and seeing now, it's going to be a thing of beauty, gents. It's going to be a thing of beauty. It's a lot of clips. I got to get started tonight or maybe tomorrow. But I want to get this video out for y'all tomorrow. So if I'm going to do that, I need to eat, take care of my business and then start working on it right now, But it's already 8 o'clock, so I don't know how much I'm going to get done tonight. I'm usually wiped out after these live streams. But if I go to bed early and I can work on this video, it's either going to be out tomorrow or to be out Friday. But look out for it. And listen, I'm going to do on the thumbnail. The thumbnail is going to have one of those old talk show hosts. Probably going to be like Sally Jesse Raphael or Ricky Lake will be on the cover, okay? One of those two or both of them, that's how you know that's the right video. You see that cover, you see that thumbnail, click on that video when you got time, watch the whole thing. You're welcome, okay? Diesel said, can't wait. You'll see. You'll see. I truly believe that a chick who was there with Kevin Samuels when he had a heart attack was actually trying to argue and debate with him, and it just took his balance. I don't know, man. I hope not. I hope not. Anyway, gents, thank you all for being here. Thank you for tonight's sponsors of the video. We'll be back next week around 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. next Wednesday, I think. Make sure I don't know doctor's appointments. Okay. But we'll be back. Actually, my doctor appointment is on Tuesday. So we're good. All right. So we'll be back next week. I want to thank each and every one of my guests tonight for being here, or for my gents for being here. If you're watching this pre-recorded, I hope you all don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a gent. All right. And until next time, live your best life.